but me home I'm sure so to me the trade up on Yankopon as so there I tell you question because cry na you kwada tikokuni is it kokuni kuya yeah ko share eden memenda
amane kwame menye obi o you bisa say kwasi ada I'm say hey so kwasi ada kwame ne amma o say hey how
maybe o shana ne ma ne papa ne kabro fu ofi enti esa
no kwanya so ka kwasi ada o say Sunday oni hey
if you have a kwasi bi je obi o
David anu ko ade
o machi
yeja
na mpese otuefo abrabo life
pese men
tuefo kakada ye be di abrabo nya ye sese ye ye
me da say ene na ne make can say yemfa tolerance enya de tolerance mpo ye den so obenye bibi ho abotire so ube so bibi so wa ahohyeso mu eno ne tolerance yemfa nya de etore bia otimi ho say ade no se de ekọ no anka wo ho akwanya say oso be kire say o me wo ho ana me suminim ye ana me sumetumi aka bi nanso so obu ani gusu din a obe ho say be wi ase no ubeye nkunimdifo kra chen de no no susu say ono na oye obibi na waye nkunimdifo no enti oman he say ye ntufo ne afentutu ye ho fode a for tolerance eye wade bia
okay definition of the second one me no mum eto so say ye
odi ahohyeso
emphasis ne ahohyeso
o show yes show ho so buani gu so show ho so enye se e bia anka want me nka bi enye se bia anka want me nya bi
ba o show
ho so obuo kwan so ahohyeso obuo kwan so na o de ye din dako esan se wiase kwa eye kurukuru wanti ebeba be sidiesi na so de sa tolerance ne ya de a na se twa ne ho a na ebesi ba bi esi a me ka me kire se ubeye nkunimdifo chen de na osusu se ono no wo ya de ko a oye nkunimdifo no tell me that say
but that's that's what because the definition you show so how so say ahohyeso o de ahohyeso keke eno be boa man nkunimdi na wi peyo afia na abrabo mu nkomo tuyefo na di ba bia na ye ne su tan nti etieti mu nsem ne bisa na ye de bia to ye kutu dwem prakopa ne ye koye nim
for ni tuni paso nipa de obedu hamo nti ko Psalm 118 verse 8 oho for ni tuni paso kra obetimi abo de but say odo ure nyina hye
ko hye nipem
nti ye bia ne yenye ye hunye obi ka so obeboa wo a gidi ba so do ure hye mu na mboa na amamu no ahwa na yaudie bia bem ebem no ntimi an control ho pe ahwa na akoye bibia ode beje okra nko
okay
nti nyame pe ya che no woche ba cha woche no reason so ka so ye ma ne bro so to no pe ne mfe ho nto no so nipa de
okay
so bonne etina obetimi adu hwamo
all right so on a lighter note akutie nim ni wura eye futu hia kase pa for ni tuni paso oni pa be edu hwamo no men kan ni pa ode no tuni paso na bedarasi ni futu na is directed at me
because
if you say eno ade nkita odi mu na say anopai be ma chef me di bibitimi ebesi nti ono so aye na adwene say a good example da ma me anopai ode ne ni koto me so say ne sika ode beto adwane di enne anopai breakfast essence oji kwabna santi dinti no onim se kwabna de bibi ba ma anopai woti makeka na no kwabna be du ye na obusa no kwabna de nani ne sa wo nani nti ode ne ni tuo me so no so ata se hwambodi abem wa mfane wire anhye musa ba onani eto me so
so mfane wire anhye no aha no
aha no de but essence na onim se me ye ni penti no
okay
so ata se we move on ba wa bo me kokko se sa asuban no
enye papa maybe kra wona wadwen ye osa o
you're right. Ba wo mu die oh. Wari Jacob Oja sa tuba. Ye fa ye ho tu.
Lady David, that's what me nyansa to buba ma dia to ma so.
That's a baby. Na ya me akase so we nyame dancing ya. And I say ya na because nyame wa he na ampa
ya no ama.
O tru was me dancing.
Nyame pele me dancing. Anope.
Enya wa dre kura no.
Eni ho baby ya. Na me nwanwa because na wo mitrim say wanhwe a make a way ya o my but say o ba me status WhatsApp me status no before then me na say no pay no preaching na meeting pastor Atuata na Atuakwa
joy yeah
aha na nanka ede me sama quotation ayabia na ewo me just that is
but additional very well
obi say oh nani da manim so wanchia me
good
na dwen ni ho
eni ho kora
nani da manim so wanchia me ye ta de ye
onye ho kora
nani da manim so wanchia me otwam na okọ on pedipa
kodi nkomo
anu poko nya so omko na anchia wo se kwa ho chia no ba wa
so
ba no na adwen kura ni
David
so ye ni
enti emfa nkodi nkomo emfa nkoyasem eto da bia
nani da manim pa wotwam
eho hia kora eho hia nani na dwen nani na hwewo but baby ogina na nani hwewo no na dwen no so enti ya fa tutu ye ho say eto da bia de aye dwen no ya fa tolerance emma ho emfiti prakopa nyi say me dwen say me susu say David echese fa ho kura se wonya botra ben no a etie mu abon ofe kura na wo betwe na dwen sisi say me na me hwe hompo na ma dwen kura ni so enti ni esisesi a wo na afiantem no eno so mu adesiade no wonye wo ho kura
nye de me kan kura no
enye o breakfast no na do ma
na eye hey Judge Atuwa Adom case number 1. Kwa kufu bond ya sebe be krom ha o.
But now me pese on Adom TV. Here changes bi ni ade. Na me try say menya but.
Yeah.
It's a
check akaba.
They met me akane pa ye Adom kase anke ba 6:30.
Okay.
Say about 6.
Okay.
From Monday to Sunday.
Okay.
And you no nsia bia na ye kase ne baba. Okay. Nti ho no yan hye no so. Na wa hu say the telenovelas ahodo.
Okay.
I so aba be rewura mu ebi 5, ebi 7 after news na no 6 to 7 no. Ewie pe na temane ne abedwoko ma sa atena se.
Okay.
Ti aye ne ma bebre twi novelas no so anasa meka say Kumawood no so. Ye de bi so awurawuram. Ti na say Mwadawoma se de ye pese ye som yie nti. E na mpenifo tena se aye ye san sakra ni nyina. Nti no uhu changes be ma no nwanwa say bia enya Adom TV ye wazo ye no ho ade a na yeguso ene mo ye mo hye no so emfa ma ye na akwantuo no so guso ekoso mahwefo papa bia mo achi ne benche takrade fo me hwe mo nim temafo sunyane bikro ma ha for God so no ne mpotamo August ye plans ne to say especially nkra ne ba be makwan long vac so hu nti adanse travel and tour say womanya 8 years into 8 years no omo efese ye ntu kwan ti ye chia 8,000 Ghana cedis baby obeda wadidie mu tourist site ho aye koi chese ni nyina wo covid wo protocols ni nyina so ade a ede na kwan so nti de hia se usika na ba wo passport no ba ye ho ba bia wo hu nsem ni guo no na ese ne ye di process ma nti ye nya na ntem na date na ka 3 dates ye wo 12 any other dates so ewo ho call your flyers no so ewo so ti en hye no so ne nyina yonko na yonko hwe niema ne ba ye krom ha ya behunu se obi ka bia nso atime ayede enya bia ka mo pa adwuma no so e opportunity de ma enye se yakwaji ya ni akra keke obeko obehu bibi by the time we free ha obeba ha no bia no wonya bibi a nso betimi enya mfaso ewo so ti mo hye china nyambo Friday wona ya quiz no
okay
e pese ya di nipa baako ya viewer baako pa on dey so otimi say ya show so ni nyina
o hwefia no pa kwesi na
odakra na gusa ni bia woni wo sa nti de ye wa ha ya mamo fa ne tra wo so betimi anya chance ne yakọ ntu ahwe adanse travel for afa ho ka Iti yanya sanche share ni nyina.
Okay, so some of the other job the work at them they bring my quite quickly but me the back up chance because the crew have from same room. They find that say Newmont to invest $850 million into approved Ahafo North project into Monshano Sunti Ahafo North no Yanfo Techre Adroba Afrisipa sa Nkruwe no
regional minister
ana ene asemda beto nti Yanfo hene
bodi ba
president Techre ana Afrisipa ana Adroba Afrisipa ana Adroba
Natano sonka ho
Tano sonka 5 yeah. So that's it. Momo deɛ no yɛ deɛ de egu so yɛ ho adwuma yɛ south for no 1000 total wo ma hinso ne Kenya so 1 and 2 ɛne yɛ ka kantie no yɛ deɛ ne north ne deɛ agya afi na atadwe
ndɛ nyame ase asafofo nso mrɛ bɛbɛ
edidi facha me pa na manye we a ebe ha ochia bakan
yes
na bakan Kofi Nyako Amoako Dakwa
okay
akwa no wo papa mekani bi ekirewa mo da mo ya lucky o
ase wa papa
nti Kofi Nyako Amoako Dakwa wo papa nie na wo maame no nuamo omo we show very long life ahoden ne nkwa wo mu Radebon bon so be kese wo so na sɛ de otenten tie no ba de sa ne ni kwa so ye bi ka ho kai o sɛ wo hɔ a na nye nimdie ni nyansa
Ferguson crowd. Ferguson crowd.
Ferguson.
Na Kofi woni Ferguson mo do.
Ferguson o wa o.
Wa too much.
O wa so to Rasta.
Pacho ye. Rasta de da ha ko nko so kunkun.
Kofi Amoako Dakwa Junior, happy birthday to you. What a happy birthday to you. Ni ntia nyame do ba wiase no. Ono mommo na ne nyina mram. Amen. Okay, to me the custodian no to us. So custodian Ekra Ora John Boedu, NPP General Secretary. Enfoni waha assemblée NPP set rules for presidential and parliamentary primaries. Intenshedi a wom de beko beto mampani so aba na som de beyi obi obedi wanim se mampani ene wom so be primra sebedwa no wom de emra abata ho a Owura John Boedu Enfoni ebata sa asemiye ho na Ekufuado attends education summit in UK enti na chese we de yetiawa
new beba release ni beba
okay
sabre ye
yo
the MMDC is the chief executive director na page ni mu
okay
sama mu ye no
betoja
no bia me frefre no and one family pa oni ho okay yati ase enti reconsider your payment system baumia to Afrexim Bank pachosa na ekpan Afrexim Bank
Afrexim Bank
Afrexim Bank
Afrexim Bank no mo de Afri abeso so ana e different
you check it and send the enya help you we no ahwe no no
no adeko ka hot over election bid and so kratafa to ti ni dia che amonya mo ti achira mo he de ekro enti eno so hwasem no na parliament will support executive to succeed bagben na e kasa asem ye no so e wo the custodian the obokrata no kratafa no de etoso mienu enti e hwasem eno no
the statesman and I said daily statesman the obokrata de de odeba yensumie e me say custodian no akadodo no na Ekufuado attend global education summit in the UK no corporate 3 e wo ho MPP issued code of conduct for 2024 presidential and parliamentary primaries. Na essentially share won be gina so de yi mampani any parliamentary aspirants and also a draft committee submits report to interior minister and also eno adom kase ye de munsam no ebremo NDC Sachs Koku Anidoho copy 2 the daily statesman the obokrata na dia ba na ne sak yi mu honom no ana kwaku die say the Twitter ho de odaho na mamen kan ne Twitter no your screenshot here menya say when Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery, they did not know they were selling him into his God-given destiny to become a prime minister in Egypt. What evil men mean for weakness, God turns it around for good. I am a son of God. Until about 756, Enra.
The joke is Joseph Nianum Nimsa na Musum na kono. No mo de ben ni shira. Anko mo nsum nukura. E ja adwenbo na ewu ni petri mo. E be kwa ku wi adwen papa.
Okay. Sa ko pepe.
Koku ne kasa.
o kasa
ko bi ni page na kenkan
wa ebi kura ba anope me ya sure wono de onda ho
kwaku de bu
ya me Ode foforo kura beto ba mredi ni wonti no. O pa no akon Twitter wo de onda ho.
Eye se
e ko fa kase bo no.
Na ene fisem so no ye bedi komo afa crash no a wotneten krofo apom gem ni no. Tantra he ye ni pa bi ko bo ti no. Ne ho ni pankasa bebe fisem so. Na ye ne na din komo ne ye bisa ne se na eye din fise o se na o hobby ene si ye nti. Fisem komo chuche Pebi na tie na ukodina baby na uchiremu a.
Wachiremu yi.
Sa. Na da se.
E ko fa kase bo na ba.
Badwam TV kase so ukoda no pai samasie na braso sautibie. Adom TV kase de etodwa mu bia wo betini Interior Minister se adwura de akokɔ so amabie free mu no. Enipa bi ebebo din ahu bom mu mra no eno ebeye adwuma send Ghana se Auditor General ene wonya nhwehwemu emfa COVID-19 sika bia akomu ewo mu no eno ne nsem bi na no pay me de bro Adom TV kase Facebook/Adom TV kase no ho de wo ye no koso aye ne sa maye nyame hirawo medi de afia amankwa tamaklo afetie nsam ne kyeremu ankasa Omai musofo share interior so ye Ambrose Derry ene wode atoja say dwura ne so demonstration nipa free mu bi pra yeguso wire sabia no obi a ho bebo mu ewo committee no hwehwemu a wode aba no emra no ene ubedi sade etie Adom TV kase eto aso
Ayawasi was regrettable. We have dealt with it and we are continuing to see how much we deal with it, and I can assure you that this committee's report would be taken seriously, and there is no chance that anybody would be listened. At the same time, the law says that you are presumed innocent until you are proven guilty. The problem is that anybody who had any lack of confidence in him didn't have a basis for that. This country has depended on the collaboration between the military, the police, and other security agencies over the years. They've had 27 separate collaborative efforts and operations over the years. And Ghana remains an oasis of peace in this sub-region. So there is something that is good about that collaboration.
Ambo 4 year one cry ayerne sebrano brano no ombo wura miamia hodo bi anipa bonfo bo won sesen no bo ntimo podi awuo ma wi akire ebemo nti ne ya make senkramantam yi emu motorbikes ahodo 394 ene won mo akire emu nsam na Adom TV edeba
Nkran prosi aye special operational exercise room ko achiche eye motorbikes ahodo mako 394 e won kran ha na afia yewure mu command na dia ba ko a yatai aye ene se ye beye periodic exercise bi atise. First of all ye hu se crime trend na e koso na aba no nipa bi no na tai hwihwi etina motorbike echi no modidi bone nti ye ne sa na unregistered motorbikes ahodo no ye nsa aka na ye tumi abra ye bone so ano ase ye yi ano so firi wa dodo na ne nam saa womun kuta eye license ebi so kura ni insurance je say document a wo say ekura no ansa na watwi moto no onkura bi nti ye ne saa itumi ama wo so ko esan ekoko update wo documents nti wo ya achichi wo ni nyina na ye screen wo nyina mako say ye hwehwemu na say wo document no pepepe dia na ye ja wo ema wo ko na emomu no say ya dia eno so no enye updated and na say ye invalid dia na eno so no edi wani akire eye
project manager was send Ghana Sandra Kwabia Sakwa odi atuja se Auditor General Brason e was COVID-19 sika bia ye de awura mu de aye bia no omutimi ahwehwemu na ho kontabuo so Ghana for ehunu oni Adom TV kase edi sankomoyi
tuanamon bi aban ayeden ayebi na emom no scores na e wa ha ne kire se ye wo emre bebre da yanim se COVID-19 e wo ho a obi beka se na akame ayisa asenia abeka yen so bia wo se yetu anamon bebransa na yetimi ayeden ayiyare audit service no enye den entu anamon na onye sanhwehwemu ne nko ama eye covid-19 spending no bomodin no ye meka say ntichemu ni yehu say covid-19 spending no eye nhwehwemu a omoye no ehun nsem nie.
School penifo ye wo kwakukwa primary school ewo Asene Manso Akroso bensi mu wo poya mantemu de adesre to aban nanim so mu hia school dan sebe ya nkra ani bagye mpo na ye wa hohoaho a so obeko school akosua de akosia zo etwaso
se ye fifie ba ye beba na mponchiane ni egu habasa ye prakra enko na ye sua de so na ebon ye nsuo ni to so na chance dan bibie yi na nsuo ni fo ye se wia so ba na owetumi pie finfo ni maba head crank want to make akolabi
school dan na team no eye nti se obi be simple ebitumi sleye na ye school dem obeti na aponchi bia bewrem akoko abewrem nti na ye ntumi nsua de ba bia
ye ni bibia ye je ye nan bia ye ni bibia ye jonso nti ye sesa ban ba be ban ni si bibia ye je ye nan bia na bibia ye jonso
energy so Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe APAL governing board a won share Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company and afa Nuclear Power Ghana ano na nipa nwotwe won bote nyina no say enyumakuo mienu won behwe won totoye no mu yie antotoye bibia da na kwamu a ewiye na Ghana ebenya sofumaso
that I will not directly or indirectly communicate. And it's very difficult getting support for nuclear, but we have charted a course to get where we are. I do know that the team has even visited embassies about soliciting support for the candidate country that we want to work with towards the last leg of the month. And you have done well, and I expect the current board or team to even do better than they have. I knew that, and I believe personally that you are all distinguished enough to be able to use your different sources and diversity of knowledge to bear on this team to achieve what we want to do.
Amento akasia no so na Ghana wo hwe ya memuo emu ye Fourth Republic ya ayese emse NDC ni MPP nko an ye wo maimu ntimfie na bia no sanye we ya ye we mfie nwotwe ana sade ete den so nei parties nkuma no adwene ho hu se wo se ye yi sa hwe no efri ho ti so wo ka wo ho abomu ne won hwehwe a wo ye na Adom TV de mu nsem to aso eba
we came with a clear focus and understanding. Almost if you know whence you are going, the world will give you space. And you're growing a yeti, it's yeba. A cassa never cassa, be a yama yabaya back home. Nate me a dear home, dinner yansan, a juma, and my gun up, Janet, be beer and see, because
that normally, if you meet the general secretaries, we the general secretaries and the deputy generals and the other executives, we are willing to come together. We have meetings and we have beautiful meetings. We discuss all the things. But when it gets to the time that we bring the leaders, especially the presidential candidates, together, that is where there is a problem.
The thing is that we have to stop the lip service so that all the political parties will come together and then remove these two Goliath parties from the system.
Senior research scientist, a senior lecturer at University of Environment and Sustainable Development was so many. Dr. Gabriela Abbas. Sa aban bono homo den sa galam se obetu ase. Nemom de wonu susu odwene ene se wode animdifo beka ho na fei wo mo so ye form agudi adwuma ne bi enso wode wo beka ho. Osa kwan so de Dr. Gidi se betimi aboa ma aban oduro ne botaye ho.
On this path, then we are going to miss that Sustainable Development Goal 6, which aims to make sure that everybody has access to potable water. Going forward, what we need to do is to have a broader consultations with the academia, with the industry. At the same time, too, we need to link up the hardcore science with the socials and the political sciences, so that when we are addressing some of these issues, we don't have that disconnect.
Bono East Regional National Health Insurance Authority for the two customers ni nyina anim sa wo mo hwe na wo mo NHIS card no wonka ene Ghana card no emom se beye nampo NHIS card no ewu a esan se Ghana card no ene ne ebomu ye adwuma kronti no otumi de Ghana card no mom akohwe na pomoden Adom kase etwa so
ye sign de nhyehyeye a ye link national health insurance ene Ghana card say obi kita health insurance ya betimi aye abefo kwan so ama eniema na ewo health insurance card no so no asena kɔ ne Ghana card so ye san hyehyɛ papa yi sign aba ne ntira ye de ba nyina ne say ebia ebedu ba ebi no na wo health insurance card no eni wo ho na so Ghana card ewo ho wo health insurance card na enwu ye but enam say wo Ghana card wo ho ema eniema ewo health insurance card nyina so no akɔ Ghana card no so bi ne ntino obetime use Ghana card no e de age ayarehwe enti eno ane say obebo *929# na wakɔ option 4 wokɔ option 4 hodum na ebe kyerɛ kwan a obefa so aye na ohwɛ ne sɛ wontimi ya health insurance office bia ewo ho no obetimi akɔ hodum na yaye e de amawo
Adom TV Badwam kase anopa me fancy here medin afia amankwa tamaklome koi professor Yike Wallace de agodie mu nsam etwa so Sister Sunday bi eye guy odon so beba ena fisam mesra ye tie bi ate na gem ho nkomo no ye hwe be me ya yakum ni set say odansini beba na fe ma me kira diamond ene na atwa so pensem mu so ho na fidie no nkoso ena ha promoto a ede foforo bebra mu Adom TV kase edase
akwaba kese bi ba Adom TV so Adom TV so bedwonjumedi so dia o kensi ho sempan sa kana no pensu ja medin de Enoch Kwasi Wolanyo Wallace agudie catch ba ko pe the only nomenclature of professor's degree in sports the Al Regina Wallace the nation's presenter and mesin kunya kono kwanten kwadin smawdo en sa kana no penso e wo Ghana agudie ejao hye no soma me se nyuma ko mienu ana etachira aboa e medicine hye so kwetien se ejao na yedi kan pa na Jeffers herbal mixture and capsules wo mo ese ade a friend se kunuria syphilis candidiasis white fever na so di po na chew ano pa ho sisi ade na tetewo ana afi premature ejaculation be mo pc pia asadabdab no yi nani no almost say bomodi ada set me kan Jeffers do bia ebetia aboa e dia kagiremo dia ma obabo adwuma best don hwero ha na ekiri na still ugusu gina so a o pompe bomodi ada so obekọ eba shops ne pharmaceutical shops a do nyina mu onsa betia ka Jeffers o medu titahwe bi na aboa e maniama etia tuto yi e dia mo pomodon sem 1xbet I've always told you that betting is better than sakawa and it has me betting when they say utwa ne before na didn't before utwa ne kuma bi adi ne kuma sa no manum enti fi sa break code bomodi ada unya osne right there o asase bi e da hono ma na se wuska ukobi ka bi na ofie na se japade bi na enya hwe a obetia akoton tempa so fa ni na guso na twa 1xbet betia bo ma nema etia to ye dia ma na mo bet diwa wadwene betia hyehyew utiri betia sa bomti ndi obi anu asema chimfa nkotwa bet ne de hwese na hye ne esi ekwa hwese na de nema esiti a na de adwene ato onye sapade a utiri betia sa bom but upe bet dia eno ane 1xbet ho danse na media ma set me koma ombeboa ama so ayo defo prekope odwumadi a oguso edimu yen hyase mfamfi nhyehyɛ so kokora no so atiensa pm na okeka wani kyerem dia Manchester United for eni unhu na mframom kyese omo discabot ne best 34 million pounds na ekoto abrante ba kwa friend say Rafael Varane edi afi Real Madrid for akache omgidi pass say die omo sin komoni nyina po anche bia hu say Varane edani etiensa kyerɛ Manchester United for akache a na ese ne kwamu ano no
sikabot 34 million pounds ena Real Madrid for agia tumu eya nei Rafael Varane womu jano akopie Manchester United akache na akosi akan dia ma won mfihye aduonu wotwe ena wadie Madrid for ne kan bia awante ase enu nti na wagitu mu a nei Old Trafford agopama no so ena waye na dwene se season fufura ye be hyase wo be hye Jesse na wasi akan dia ma Manchester United
enti Rafael Varane na nso ne komo atiensa piem na fe entintom ewo Olympic Games ohwese na Mexico Tokyo Japan ehye so na san hye so kwetiensa todwa na okokama ni kyerem hwese na Mexico so na se Ghana boxers ekopie ma fie no ase kwan no mukoko manim na ba kwa enu a ono so timi yenkunya no Samuel Tachi ono na che Ecuador brand fense yen Carlos Sesedo esibirim na nya asem keto akra na hwese na sesem esikoya na se 20 years nya brand Tachi no otimi kyerem ne bobre pa 52-57 kg Emma Ultimate Sampa, third round no, Oma Ultimate say judges are, Omo 18 Sajina Munjini, our Chumedia, no so 18 Sampium. A last of 8 rounds, no 18 Sunday in time, so Olympic Games, Mam, no Cassadia, a Brantia and the Dean, and Samuel Techi, Gun and edition, or Concord and him, or the next stage. Okay, inti near PMO Edema Samuel Techigan and Nia Branton and Nohesan and Yama Asia Kosa last 8 of the boxing event at PMO Tokyo Olympic Games no what ya qualify El Conconim El Sanashan AC El Conim. Afientin Tom El Ghana Football Association Trinity Offense GFA. Wom Akachidia, Racket Edwin Simon Okraku and the latest and the freshest president Ugusu Tiagua switching Chim Yamasebe Bitiabua and Magana Goody Etienne Tumpon. Meno Eka Saidi, Ray and paying for Akuhu Ayam paying for Omoya directors and the Director General of the Criminal Investigation Department CID, our Ghana Police Service, say Omitian Sashe, Nomabua, Emma and Shibi Bitian Sabua, Nom de Gua Quemo Bitiabua, Emma Ghana Goody, and Mother who defino, Sanchano, one more Enfangua Quem.
Tibrekese Edema Ghana Football Association, a GFA, Kate, Okraku, Akakushia Pussy from Penimfua. Omoko Dinkita home, a diafa nano, Ash Gold, and in Talies, I can see 2 Jano. The Uncophobia say, Yakatashe, and Afe, Omodia Tuchachano, Omodukoto Omanim, Penino Director General, Edema CID, or Ghana Police, COP Isaac Ken Yabua, Afe ACP Lydia Donko, Onoe Director. Edema Legal and Prosecution, Ghana Police, any Afufrobibri, and a Shia GFA President, Shretuani Penny Edema GFA, Prosper Harrisinado, any Omokasa Mafo Henry Asante Chum, and so Bocket or Crackwetti Drama, Omodin Foni, videos, and a near maybe a dear dancer, and I know I can see a 2 jar, or Boissano, near maybe and try it, Nisanti Omoa, never prepare any attentini, and 2 jar.
Until week 34, Ashanti Gold versus Interlight, Sarkins, and then Ghana Football Association President Tibreke Sanakasa, one General Secretary, Joshua for Penny, or more at the Hong Kong, Akuja ACID for paying for some way. Now you should want a door to coach the Panama Fountain Times to say a bit in Hong Kong. One did say who can see me now, more day a Kingston at Tochacha, or American, Nagana for Kuma, Egusu ADHD, Yamiatoma, a BDH and Shanabisiako. But if you are the HD mode, newly promoted side from say, be any good stars, a month for Becca, Bear said, now you best be no equipment, never be any good stars, still Ungusu Division 1, and they appear at the Abba a Premier League reason so much qualify. Now, Omo management and our film supporters, and Mra, woman 8 minutes and shares on creating some Pimsa, Omo Pimu, a Premier League, no, in South Sodia, a Corso or Macachinson, Ibini.
Se Premier no eba be start no. Enya dia Go Stars ye be free muda. Enam supporter, mice for the dia mine. Ntimo gidio me mu say next season no, she start league no Go Stars. Yam number be you crap top for the bit my day. Abo.
Na air park here the hey. Players park we atete. E Ghana ha say no. Na ne ntimi ba Premier no. Na e ha adwene.
Yeah, some boss Premier na aba no. Ye be chewum. Yeah, mamma bo India go. Because be any na e wono. Ye wo man mu de. Me assure mo. Kotoko has. Anya kasa kwa yenim de e kan.
But say the Mimi an kan no. Premier mo hwe yenim na e ba. Go Stars dinyame.
Bibiani Go Stars or much it have for and I'll tell say one more age almost kakra say Nyamiadom na Ghana Premier League against you know you do one as baby on the omjidi pass or meeting tomatin tam no ma hwede chite mu edne pa na omode ama Bibiani Go Stars say baby tiamboa no ma colleague no afeball but omode omonkomo ija epe na coach Kwabena Misa ono or a tactician or a expert in bringing Division 1 teams to Premier League or everybody or the Brekum Chelsea but the teams out be na tia san ya fi so or san ye biu na coach Kwabena Misa enso tunanum to edne nkomoja efa kwankwa a odi team na efa so bedu sampempenso yi emo na se bia nkofo a odi jom eni.
Initially I was telling myself, can I make it this time for the second round? But I realized that in Division 1 you don't need too much kind of procession, which most of the teams I play with try to do that. But as I told you earlier on that putting 3 or 4 or 5 passes together in some kind of pitches is difficult. So I adopted a strategy by myself that, and then I give them the instruction, particular instruction, and my players listening to me.
Coach Kwabena Emisa ono ana Bibiani Go Stars abe Premier League mu bio na waye bebrebe we nya ne di kan a ode san hyehyɛ sonko no etua certain time so ose o ka kire ne players no oyoma sutire se akensi ne ekoso a omo tra center line no omkodi opponent na fam ho ansana womo etimi esan control ball ne de di nkeche akese ne nketwa e wo manafo enye sa pade a ogidi pass pitch ni bo a enhye da anye obedi keche wankasa ofi a wonhwe na akoto afom ho na akoye ongo na afia kase bi kwa makoto bet na so omo etimi eyi oseti emom design hyehyɛ sonko no so anytime bi on cross center line bia no otimi sampa kecha bibia ne Gold Stars edi no esewani ense wo ka kire yemfa ni nkyire mu on krafo fom dia the senior female team the Black Queens of Ghana almost any ambre pa hwe nim se kwabia so no akensi awodo bi do manima on betia saboa ema 2022 Women's African Cup of Nations no nyama betia koyi e de amasa o de wo nyi mu akensi kese a no so etia san todwa no na Ghana e wa akensi ba kwa no so betia saba so na san hyehyɛ no ye ne Super Falcons of Nigeria alata ya omaiwa no na de akensi ne betia san pem so October 2021 sa akensi ne betia san todwa na February 2022 and also ye besan e de akensi ba kon so etia san tentam so ne betia boa ema 2022 Women's African Cup of Nations version be pim Morocco no nyama etia koyi de aman maame Mercy Tegu Kwaku echese ahosiesie ne de wasi ne po a ogidi passes na nyama esia kono eto aso saade a na me adoma ye bechi Nigeria alata ya fo emara no ekomadi e wo sa qualification games a enche bia ne e betin time so ni.
So far so good, just that 1 or 2 minor injuries are in camp, so we are trying our maximum best to see to it that all those players involved will be fit enough to continue their training. We are doing addition and subtraction gradually, but it's too early for me to add more players. Those in camp for now are not doing badly at all, so we are on course.
Mercy Tegu Kwaku ono ana head coach edema the senior female team the Black Queens of Ghana and also say injuries and apraka kretia sando kromo we are sim se benyado konfubone kra pa akokɔ na imusu a enye ne nan ba ko hyɛ ne takram ani nti ohwɛ nim se kwan bia so sa mai we a mo be pim camp no ɔmo betia sa to mo gina na so na ɔmakɔ kodenden ede ama the senior female team the Black Queens of Ghana if you on fani enchirem ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Ghana Paralympic team anytime bia na sa bia bete Paralympic bia na se para bia no echese dem difo ye ka para dia na otimi sampa sa dem difo na so mo ho atochima no wo so chese mo nchele wo mo entra fam stress ade de bia da o betian sa kokodenden epeja Ghana Frank na gina kunkun wo so Olympic Games ebetian sa ba so a ebeba so 24th of August enkopim on the 5th of September 2021 ya ana san hye so ku ebetian sa ba so na Ghana president of the Ghana Paralympic Committee Urani din ene Samson din ana ene o kire Ministry of Finance sikadwetri no omatwa bebre de egu ho ntintempa so no omo para for de no won petabri omo de ne famom na fo mo fanya husiesie ende de omo na fo mo anya enditimo de kakransa na bepem no omo de omani atia kire e Paralympic Games a ebeba so e Tokyo Japan be e watches ene calculators no.
As we speak, we are yet to receive a penny to participate at the games. We know the effort the minister and his team are doing to make sure funds are released. But please, the money doesn't come from the coffers of the ministry, but rather the Ministry of Finance must release the funds. Releasing it, you're just typing the document. You're releasing. But say, yes, can we have a accounts in the ministry? And don't come to take it 2 weeks. So be a case of people be na be. Omo releases kind of from Kugumleta no my enkratasem.
Nti Owura Samson Din on the president of the Ghana Paralympic Committee o se baby esikadwete no obia no omo entinya hu kratasem no na kratasem kwa de omo tontwene na nka omo first kan nkoto e account no ntom se bam atom se bama eche no ma omo kratasem san so omo nim sika kon omo ede koto mu we di akwase mumu oso da ya woni trim ntinya me adoma hu komo ebetia sa ba chi na fie husira nema besi akọ ede afa Paralympic Games a etia sa to je besra ban ene pen for service abre ko dem difoi yen hwe me sanse we mu o man ko gina kwan so mo stress ade ne mum o ma kanta medinsi atupia fajan senya me adoma o betia esa the sports epiga Ghana Frank na ede gina kunkun nti we ne hihya eno so epim ehonum dem ni tumi srebo kra no eye owura bi e friend say James Kwesi Anderson or a founder of the Anderson International Center for Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence kwankwa wa wusu fa so ne ukasa na ubua na ede eye papa etia sambre no eno na wurei eye ho adwuma pa eye na ɔde nkɔmmɔ kakra tia sa to dwa sɛ wɔka kyerɛ ɛyɛ coaches na afei nso nkɔfoɔ a sɛ bɛnya do wɔn di agudi no makɔtene pa sɛ ɛyɛ a wɔn ntie wɔn ma emotional intelligence ne nkasa nkyerɛ wɔn na wɔn fɛn tie wɔn players no so wɔn gestures anaasɛ nhyehyɛ a wɔn yɛ a ɛtumi ɛma ɛda adi sɛ ampa sɛ nipa no obɛtia ayɛ anaasɛ wɔntumi nyɛ no wɔn atia san bɔ ho ban na aboa ɛma futu bi hɔ ɛde amɔ na wɔn atia kwan kɔn anim owura James Kwesi Anderson ne nkɔmmɔ nie.
You know, I don't need to nipa no or let's say, can you come to the person's level? You are a coach or a player, or just 5 years in international football. So if you don't speak the language and the dynamics are utter, forget it. Meleka eno no namibi. Until most of the time, to what extent can we communicate, understand? For instance, when we are ball. Ebia once he came by. And we a coach, Edis 5-15 years ago, it's Sudan, Aye Bibiala. It's I want you all to Kasa, who Kasa there. Oh, Nanze, and bonus in your botra. No. You've not gotten to their level. Ebia our friend with you. Ebia no wife are sending a text. Only any bank account to be able to fall on it. So the very first thing that coaches and these people need is ability to communicate. Understanding. That simply means that communicate in the language and the behavior and the dynamic that the person understand. And yet them that forget it. Yeah, send bia never come at the mini panel. Secondly, the communication is very, very important because the unspoken word has a very strong power.
Indeed, the ability to communicate understanding. Say bia ne okano, obetian santia sibu okasa, ne okan na shadan tiasie, no so keka na no boso pa. Teach you power share for programs abehwe no for na koso sa batu tie for na team sampa according was any according AC na mutimi ka the frame baton share dan ye communication of understanding and then nkoma eye papa yi e de eba ebetian samboa ana afi so communication of the unspoken word niam ase benya de unyan kan ye na mo hwe wanim ni wawusuo ne hyehyɛ ahodo agusuo di no eya na type mu no enya nika ani timisrawo we coach ana so ye panyin na se we leader na odi dwumaku bi anima san hyehyɛ ebetian samboa e man kan konso etian samba enen so nkomoyi ya na me besi Jeffers herbal products and American for the amount capsules in the mixture but more than that say gonorrhea jonso ya na etetewa o setimi kadru bi betia boa syphilis etetew na fe candidiasis white fever na so depo a oba bi wo ha oroni pitu e single room a e ho bon bubu dan misra bo more than that o setimi ka Jeffers dru bi a e betia boa ma nema etia kwa the amount waist pain sisi ade untimi ndu amu pan enkonanim Emma Nachi, Mr. Nina, Satimi can do a betia boa, now for premature ejaculation. It was a share a proper chick come at the bomb and never 18 years the mouth. Or more than that, Jeffers Herba, Pudati, or call air pharmaceutical shops, nothing so crano, and Yamia would do a tune, Papa Bia, Cassa Ope Jeffers. No question, no passoy de Behe, almost only Jeffers can save. Only Jeffers can save. Hallelujah. It's answer Bruno, a boy Juma Bruta. I've always told you that betting is better than Sakawa. And until Huma Sakawa dear. O de o ma me be ritual so de papa o du ba bi kwa mo ka se fo anka so waso bra bu more kakra ba yi wa motom nwi fa bra we na yo haw eni atete a wo fam e kwa obetia fa so anya sika no eye betting 1x betting papa no unya Austin right there we japade bi se sika ko anasa asase ka ne da ho a koton fasika ni na be guso esan se betting there intasimo mu ni se utwa ne befu a ana adi ne befu twa ne kuma bi adi ne kuma sa no manum bomoden ada se o de ho betia sa jim 1x bet but until bia no asemachi emfa nkutwa bet ni san se bet diwa utumtimi hyehyew wadwen timi bom wrestle ne Mexico so unia kugudro na se bet diwa wasema mobo se bomoden ada se ope bet dia 1x bet madama bom na tachire bedu san pempenso ya ye de agokansi hu sempan sakan ewo Adom TV Adom TV so etimi ejawo bedin de Enoch Kwesi Wolanyo Wallace agudie catch bakope the only nomenclature of professors degree in sports the original Wallace the nation's presenter Yoniewu and Amijinamu the of course evidence-based sports presentation etimijawo hard working and revolving oscillating reporter Sergio Manucho Nadama on the team semi edibegu iPad so na rest in Mexico so charge na kakra sanka ho a wode ebehye mensa seni yemfa nkomon emra wonderful director etimi director Sashoyi Ohwema from World Campedu opresemo eni omo she inside inano fantastic morning and come wonderful camera crew almost a dear power cameraman or then ID card at ne kumu na for bone face mask no pocket ya team sampa obenye skadachi enye sisi afin so kwa senior most osmosis ono ne Mike Messi kama eboa e ma hyehye so kwen so etiensa koye awade ntina ni ma onye okese yufe bi ne da so ni fan ko ba bi ne da so wo hwesa adwumadi kese enam Ghana ntwo no ne ntwa so ade a awoshi bubu ashi kaneshi agboguloshi fiada baka kopin bomeka dan so mada akoma kofodua sumsan kede bodu asma kese bi mamponte fade kitikrati kopi so du winiba kaso anyanya no kwatimpu kwaso jaman akosomo ene ne hye soso gakopɛ dabala hohoi ekochitu adidome konkoko bomi bo nkotia ede wani chirema kopi mushum krom sankore koda na doma hina tran ewadua na ode wani chirema na ese sunyan ene ne hye su nyina mafo hwe ukowonchi ede wani twensa chirema asa kopi mu enso Cote d'Ivoire ya mosu kroma obi adna fide ne atwa ohwe Adom TV so ene die wosan kita abefo fide se mobile phone na smartphone a obetien sanya Adom TV etien san hwe so se kama ti bia obia no enya de a obetimi ebetimi de side wadi etimi akamel me so su die sister Sandy be a guy in terms of entertainment here Ghana hide na no on entertainment prophet ne nkomo ede ne nkomo ehwam enti ka che abusuafo ne nabofo adofo yeremu ukrumu anafe ma onananom so mo fidi na enfanto bi mu tafa na obi enya benhwe me sister Priscilla Suzy Portia Joe ana afe so mo ekeka wina ukofodi ina no fantastic morning and come on we didn't be on the Enoch Kwesi Walanyowalas. The act of being a good guest is to not to say goodbye.
See lyrics no na kabi bichara de meja washo meda se na no pay o share Adom TV meda se pi sa wo de ato ase so be good morning eya na ansa ne be consem no so no me pese me no che bibi esan say eya na emu adin but nyame say ti o asem tree imagine Nanso nkwane many daso meaning saying yes say na meyo tio enti meko so ma bompaye wasam swama mi atia siese wona wodi wo hu tu suno adie nyina radibua o mewie onye Jesus. What I say? Yes. 18 osmo. Asadan kwane de menyame. Me chief eja for ne me kama for. Nyankopon nim de hia osmo me da say. Me pese oti ase say Nyankopon nim de hia o. O say ansa na abeda wo na yam no nim wo. What I say? Enti say ubie wa no nko abom pa ya. Onim de hia o. Into obeya ama o fa ne bo eche boto a straight to the destination all right bon sama Jesus na no pay danase obo sore kra awade me da asekura wonim ka awade me da asekura wonim kan so na okosere ka na wo kosire sika mom ye na nyame asefe so ye na nadoye ho dan be the Sandra or him madam me mo say from me saying sister Sandy be a guy straight up and down the guy screen matina say yankwa ene ensem no emu ene ensem no epin aye pinsu akoye no motivational ayi bisa ne sanse Van Vika unim no se otwasini ache ana da ya na krom ha say no ye di age to niema ho udi 25 or so you say by 30 or so you say by 40 or so you say but Van Vika person try say it doesn't matter the hian say o won kwana otiase na why den why ene wa graduate bon sama Van Vika wa graduate de mu den congrats big congrats na one graduate keke Osai oyasama no best student in strategic communication best graduating student in communication hey bra Osabage Bachelor of Arts in strategic communication AUCC over the weekend. Big congrats to you. Now, okay, yeah, all for Van. Thank you. That I say, it's a big congratulations to Van Vika. These are the people you can boldly call role models. When I'm way, oh nyamo nyema ye boss you brand hu. What's I say? Now akoba way any bra van ye di kan pa cho set obo mayen. Because over nyema way na no ube prayen. but it's all for the betterment of Ghana entertainment. It's a big congrats to Van Vicker. Yo, Yantuaso. Thank you. Yatuasa mami nchame mame ba kubi okumase. Mama say wa ai one sister Sandra Afre. Sister Netonyom papa. I was so surprised. And you me am boy ote obaby ni wom. Oje nyom no. Ote sister ote nyom say na hwan ni nie anopa ni e che me say friend Sandra Afre. And she's a very good musician. Gospel ko YouTube na de boss Sandra Afre. Who the American or voice pa mame ya wa na besra mo extra so ate be chia woni momi mo kumase abontene so na afi happy birthday enkoma ochia me ne Sunday hu ne so ochia wo sika out of form o twa na nini afa o ha say news department o say the first son afa na ye kofinya kon amoakon dakwa kofinya kon amoakon dakwa message o papa se me fama on say may the good Lord continue to shower you with happiness and so shall it be. Amen. It's happy birthday in Koma. Eye wachiame babema eye kufinya kwa mu akoda kwa mo nsema na mentwaso. Na me fa announcement we mfam. O say de bia am catch am say me nya celebrity. Oh me nya celebrity. Onye brebrem na nsa ka sister Sandy number. Na eye o say wo be frɛ me sister no me nya nice o me. Nya sa mistake no. Sa wo ba me phone so obedu di mbehye celebrity quote mi te wasa me kasa samwe maame me didi a me fa sta da me no we de kasa me celebrity nti no o ba me phone so a wa bu hu na tobo cause baby a wo ba they very slippery as wa ko zoo na we hu lions den don't come closer was me wrem sa na me phone me number tie unya wo beba di kan bomb pai na frame cause sister no she's not good, you understand? It's moment to us na me kai praise be South on Tresto Praise the Bethel Congregation, Bonsemomo. Sorry, I'm in Empire Memorial, Bantima Praise. Thank you. Bantima Praise the Empire Memorial, South on Tresto Praise, near Coco Camp. Now, Cophobia Monium near Feniagro, Tego Sisters. And ye, Manya Yesu, Pampanam, Koma Yesu, Manya Dingina, I am for the. Happy birthday, Bonsa Momwe! Happy birthday! Dope Nation, more. Dope Nation. And Tafo na etimi atonyom. Hey, there be omo cover back na ehu. Hey! Legend. Bomb legend. Bomb mama. Omo di omawoda. Ani omu edi omawoda osmu ase na wo kon da sori aden me da say and I'm a sound man no small si sutu se na kon da sori somebody scream na say wo bob say ya na e omawoda enrada na gospel fraternity mo ya ma na efe me hu mama Meriganza me hu Gifty Osei me hu sorry me say Gifty Osei boy Empress Gifty. I no say na kamichim facha me. We hu krofo bebre me hu Ophelia Nyantech. Mo so mutimi ba motiti mo fancha me o. Me hu mama Ophelia na se wa. We hu mu nyina na no kwa mo manya me som ye de mo ho ayefo bonsem mo mo ene mo kwa nyina. Onse. Osmo me ka boma no agya ya dai. Onse nyame ne ho efe. Utie nyame nsamrane a ne tinwiti se oria ne na se to say oh eti no wo nyame mu a bo life na nyame te soro kra won feel say yes me manie ti anu am hasa nyame de to so na me producer ba honom na mo me ehwe ne a ekoso e opaiti no ase
Press 50 playing Tego Sisters and press acting as Tego Sisters but not press Tego no way Ebra, Empress Gifty or one now or you know, near Pretego sister, so moto. See?
And you man bomb me one patch.
And you man up.
You're one
Take back down. Empress. Empress back, be back. One, yeah, now we need table sisters. Thank. Tell you, no, I'm dead. No, I couldn't say. Yeah, come down on one. Table sisters. No, I say.
When him say asano na yesu sasania Empress H wa ha say Tego sister say na no mo say clip ni no so we join kwa wa so ya ba kwa ne emfa ni agone ye di nkunim ye di ko ye best oh bonsem mama ne ye fe na musa mami tintin bi je chire ho mami tintin minim say be ne so fe a minim we di ampadu na nka betimi ayo no a before you send a call, Sandy sing on one, but Mamma, no, what? Wow, where you there, be there? One could go, wow, my idea, boy, Mamma and some no as soon as Stone Boy and on any crew a fly to France. Say, Nana, do Chemwa, French, a Cassani, by any in I'm some more quackus, Cassano. Sana beya we nya show awogina so to compra a France I want atu boy it's more France or musia kasa na in fact mo monse master boy why ade or the team ni nada e ko France na nya no ni asem no boy kan asem bia me ya ma hye me o si amanfo I appreciate no industry no they don't celebrate me enough na me si boy we are shaman to the world ni pay puba hoi dia na chese they don't support you. Boy. Trotro for you na do funny book trotro ho. Appreciation be boy. Boy chemu eno no mesamo wa wo ye den o se ni chiro bi jai. Jai wate. Jai kra na. Wo hwe bebe obi fi na obi bra bedru bebe a wo de wa no kose no kwanya me bebo odua. Wo ho. Boy je omo mame. Me amesa fasting ne de ache wo wate ase. Na mento aso na osebo. Osebo the Zara man. What you ti accept right yesu once me maka chem say I'm not in this game to please people menya people pleaser minim ye me yakra ma brenya me yakra me kra be yare menim say na ye please nipa the asem ne da no aka me say osebokra me spirit ni bi what you munim dressing what you Ghana celebrities munim dressing da me ka say mon stylist obaku ventures wo hoyi was styling nipa mumu bi no ko boutique bi no bi mo atade was styled by. Find out who a stylist is. And was about come answer me. What's the money man who farmer say? Now when him say or can't asem no. I'm going to say you meant me near hoto. And I'm call comment session. Family or much more what there. What the copper for me yes we change a brewer. Men maker. Boy, me I require comments obi na kan obi say family you look like a maize farm and I'm see family the one man so dress you. What's all mama good music. It was a butcher, ma munsia, a hofama, mo de ba. Why, what's the movie, the bottom munyentino? Yamba pre red cap, yamma ho. Me more force, you and Nancy Crochet, biache. Neither Babaho. It's a more some celebrities now, or going to be a monama sino. Munsi and Cassie, when I'm mentioning so. Hey! What's the bounty? Anyway, na me hwe me mpaboa ne say ya eja me mepo no se bo meto me ho momo ene wa mama message wase mo na se ko wase mo na se kra de chen ka a sha techem enyenyenyenyenyenye say ja me de bi kan say asem na say nyende wa would say ba mama man spices wase ma ho fa ba mo chen bola so nkra ma Yesu erade me nto aso na me ko celebrate look alike wase ba waka asam no you have to know your body type no who the obehye me producer Sandra Kakwa or ha or bust or down into was shade na but me to me ni ha into nkwa shade a eye for mo ha ye say na wo bon say enframa dem bre na me mam celebrate look alike na me ni osebo ye betu ye free krom aba ye nko edin ya na hwan na ye say ha yes wo se obi afabra wo se celebrate bi agree na afabra na we uti say time and akwasi ata waso akwasi ata ba me trying to say we be time and akwasi ata oi tete line oh ba all the same yensa kan yeda simum next waso akwasi ba ko ya say no ana oh wow sister iso say osmo sister iso say fia pokua vim lady I think more resemblance kakra. Big shout out to Sister Fia. My few year pa. I hope so. Here. Was seno. So why now seno Fabra next? Hey, yeah, and so saying you do. Well, she's also very beautiful. And see, yeah, I think yeah. Oh, no na. And kaya tia send me die kakra. We were sending on webisa me sana me bodam na me so mo bodam yet. Was me Sister Fia na Sister Sunday me bodam na me so mo bodam. Must say. And I'm a boy. I think, yeah. As a sister, if you are not no honor, I see any at seeing I can yours is enlargement. And you know, I think where the mammy and you be that and grady be and grady be a mum ray that. What's it? One son for some Miss Pacho. Wadaro, ma, mum made you manning it, my mess, and I'm a break. Oh, next. Hey, mum, get ready yourself, Stephanie Benson, mum, yeah. Me who nam bisa say there here Stephanie ana me madam. Also no, this is Stephanie and this is her look alike. And I think she's got a swag too. Mumon Semna says Stephanie. I think you've got a swag. Next. Yeah. Oh, okay. Also I said Jackie Apia, which I think is true. Where your time na Jackie things we do for love, no. Wow. It was no. But you are also very, very beautiful. Momon Seman, me that's say what about. Next. Hey, boy, yeah. And see any why any embrani ho metwaso because your chema the idea training na mon so mo be higher kwa. It will still be ampacho grade na fabra e be but till now I don't obi answer me ha. Ye dem ho atan pa Yesu me mobo. O ha ababa wa nyame abo bi say till now obi answer Sister Sandy. Mo di look alike aba. Who the answer me kana sem producer magic why mon fambra na mon grade ma me hanam di na dwumedie no ebesi Florence Morte or a makeup department hidden glow woni ene ne watwa me half currency the anti me ho fine Obeku Ventures ene CC me ho Esther Ann Iglam Tachima Bruno no so makeup department camera light sound MCR madam asi pa ima big up yourself Priscilla Anaman Ferguson Sandra Sanaka for me producer Welbeck Kofi and Peru. But I'm going to say, now sugar tone and some no. Me shabo bossa me ko deep. Yame adum be fiada. But the inside story ni na ebebrem. Ye tu ho anoman anopay. Between the Sandra or him, Madam Roman to say from Sister Sandy B. A guy. I'm the guy as queen. We shall move kuma abotre. Na mami. Bo!
Kita wonsa bosomeno enefua eduonu woche 28 July 2021 na yekuada yedanyame asenkakra yeho nyankopon bosomeno de etoso enso no so ode ye twa ne sa matena se ewo afisem komo choche se ye ba bedi nkomo eniema bi wo ho ade bia akoyete se brofo ase kasa de bia na de wa no kan bi but yesi kiremu pa na de ban no unim batobia ka bi na se de obeto no na wonso okay bisa enye nwanwa set sa because nye bibia na obehu na so amfa ho ne sa excuse no ade bi wo ho ese se otimi hu na wote ase eno nti ye ba be din komo e de afa eye public service and as a civil service ho me kura me ti hey public service public servant civil service civil servant kada bia nam de atwi ko me hu a me ntimi hu se we gina he na we wa he ye ba be din komo ento san komo cheche no e be kwa wi ye no beto ho ase afa o ka civil service ho asemo a wo be hu de wo ka na afa wo ka public service any public servant any civil servant na wo hu de wo ka ho asem na kwankọ ye se o potential aguma ka bi sa atra ka o ba bi sa da bi enti anopen komo na ye ba be di no mene na nakwasi ejekum jamna ono na oye head of civil service Ghana wada no a mene no e ba be di komo mira jamna pacho mache
ya media
na pom to say ye de nyame ase o tade ne mfepa aha no aye to say ye wo ayi no basic school no say de ne ye tu ye plate no ye call secondary so ne ye yade pa and ye box how ye de bu ne kitenkete sa aha no de na the start ka ho anka sa o krom wani da ho na mpacho akwa ba bi o me da say oda civil service anoyi civil service no kra ne de ya
Medase. So you can't say civil service. We share Ghana mra ponuma constitution. To go 190. Hono abanyuma horo ni nyina no ya tro ni nyina ho. Enti ma me fi ase you can't public service. Ya sa nyuma ni nyina eboa aban ma otu anamo ene your friend public service.
Ye abanyuma. Jo.
Inti anon your friend public service.
Okay.
Inti civil service ye aka nyuma na ye constitution na upon na yesi ho so one more aban.
Okay.
Inti obakan say public service na ye kese na civil service no enso ye ketua ba ko a ehim. Na the inti a man for say public service and civil service ya dey ba ko say tete no Bruni buy no na ye ni sa difference na ya de ba ko na civil service na wo ho
okay
kopem say emre buy ya independence fa ho dia ya started to ye niema stronko no na nti afi ye benya sa bigger public service
okay
nti Ghana civil service just one of them your local government service your health service your education service your police service bonum nyina wo ho nti bonum ka civil service
Sabi obubo so nyina en civil service health service police service education service
assembly for this assembly
civil service
you can't civil service pa one count
okay
you can't civil service your ministries no until like ministry of finance ministry of education ministry of health
okay
some ministries ni nyina and head offices human porting be one head office they say feeder rules one head office civil service urban rules one head office civil service but one has seen some person say feeder rules niti civil service but na yam ni nine civil service because the yam regional offices no one civil service now one night that one district assembly one civil service nti ato da bi say obi ko assembly na bi o per service bi say o pay say ye bi ma no na sa anye yi a no oba na civil servant na civil service wonom ye local government service for ana obi ko DVLA na se bi anye yi ama no was civil servant meto ase in the sense sa nyuma ni nyina no e bia se ministry bia ase nti no kura wom ni say do one can civil service on it sounds was share ministry be ase it like police service was share interior ase enti so only ejade a to da bia obaye bone a ni aya ka se wona aya bone no bi be count enti sa na de na tie enti to say local government service share ministry of local government ne decentralization rural development enti bia ko assembly ne bibi anye yi a you can't say civil servants. Ain't you're more vicarious liability.
Okay.
Yes, yani year at the end, but it's as any stress on tea. Any show when you now so ain't like GRA, SC Minister of Finance. Ain't GRA for a new Juma year.
Because
finance ministry. Finance ministry. But day to day, So back America assemblies here national service brain assembly is one of nipa one obi si yenye chief director na di our minister of education ase na so day to day niam no chief director na enim ho hwe only report at a point in time na obetumi aho nti that's the difference
sane nchiremu
no nti atoro dey nipa bebre na civil servant and about maybe I should be talking about public servant and now police service staff and baby
etino no mo aya ye de frafra na ya puta gum ni ya hwe gum ni ya tenete yensa wo bi no so no nchiremu no eno no
say in public service is almost 400 or 500,000. I mean, some estates increase about 700,000. Civil service is barely 20,000.
Yatia say. Yada say. Enti wama ye nsankyeremu ye wie afei bibi na ye hia ana bibi ho asem na ye ka esese ye hu ba bi ye de ye me e kire na misa obi o se ne na civil service de de mo ba ha ba cha wana tese ye miti pa.
Yada say. I'm say afibia de say afibia ye di ya na watwe. Yeah nti afiwe nso August year ye be komi from the 5th up to 13th be di ya na watwe.
Okay.
The yeah ne say yeah the sabri ye use sabri si ho. Na ye bo one yeah bo adwuma yi ministry mission ye bo wan baso. But as ye sanso eto ye ho si krom Emma la ye educating crofo ye man crofo at civil service ase na bibi wo ho na se nkoye nso ane anso ye tie na afia baba na chese atumi aboye mbra ye ni asesem nti ano no so ka ho anya no nko asa appearance ye san ye health screening to dem kra ye kwasafo djuma eko pop pra baby ni ade nti botai no nya basically ne se na afia ye be symposium ana ye to be ye ma lecture mu bi ba abe kasa chire fe bribia ehu hia ema oman nti to say this year team no man can bro for say economic transformation amid COVID-19 pandemic the responsibility of an adaptive civil service the team man kasa and am sa covid area benti say na first year juma na esesa nti say yansesa na kasa ye be na kwan dada no ma emye nti yambota ni say civil service already I see a boy. By the way, my can say aban mra bia aban hye bia no afa civil services so ansa. Minister bia or the bibi be cabinet will prepare bibi friend cabinet memo. Mo fena civil service servants na aboa staff na aboa no what na minister and some on direct ansa na cabinet memo. Nti bia nti ye case adoptive civil service dey can say civil service in general say na yetia no na ya ansesa ni anya den
e wo covid grade ya ye betena abc
ya man so enko yan ni na ye hu se bribi a civil service no ko na nim epia ba bia etume boa ama man so ko na
nim that say enti antremu na wo de ma ye fa asase enkomo no nyina no ebe wie se ministries no wo mo de omo ho omo ye omo adwuma sa civil service de na so esan se enwuma bia ye aban de no ni tini ne fa bi hyehyɛ omomunti na ɛho akohia sɛ covid bremu no mutumi yɛ nhyehyɛ ye be boa saafo ni nyina so ɛno ane nkyeremu no medase pa na sɛ de wo kasa afi bi edu amudi mo na awɔtwe no afi de no nso mo yɛ de ne de
Tizana make ma can be crowded
na wo ka health screening asem wo ka symposium asem na mpese me ho say bi a selector ne bi mpo beba so a mo hyehyɛ ye mo wɔ na awɔtwe dwumadie mu no ɛno yɛ daben ɛyɛ hefa
yeah other airbe that's on the 5th of August no
ya
be lunch nti lunch via na fiada usually about for about kwa sorry but yan so say ba kwa ye wo sorry Friday bia ye sorry nti ye be ya na say sorry fiada e wo closer ye ndan kasie nti ye be ye via lecture no Tuesday on team no e wo closer auditorium ho of stadium ho ba one e be sa lecture no na ye be exhibition so ne wu kuada e wo ministries ni nyina no wo be yi wo ho adi na the critical ni fiada no fiada na ye be award tonight afie bia na ye ni abo ni nya civil service for nko a obi a nipa bi ho a wan boa Ghana kwa horoso irrespective of baby free because civil service in there for ubia ya juma ba ko ne say they are supposed to be non-partisan anonymity nti say for say o NDC o CPP o we na waboa civil service o kwan bi so a yetum de account nye one adwumayafo no nko a na mo nkrofo bi ti say last year so yabo honorable Kwatin abaso if he say yan kan okre na civil service near brepa in terms of yenya sika for training of young staff na a major problem but obey a deputy minister the minister hodia me sure say minister na approve an kema but obey you be an your budget here or tian se papa na free sa bre no 2018 abesine sika na yenya bida for training of civil service afi bia abanwe but they share the leadership of honorable Kwatin is a ono na ojitum if you miracle no one no can say oh there be hu hia you know
ojinamaye
ama akaho
nipa so ya de osai
ni partisa ni abona abaso
nipa no se bone sana se dwumadie bi se si a na ye hu se nipa bi e won chenchen sa na abaso bo kwama omo a na enye se ebia ye hwehwe ni ne ana di pefe mu no waye bibi di aboa entiti se mete he se menya manyosem se mete he men kamo na so maboa ma ahaya yeti obi ate civil servant and public servant ase entenu se mu frem na mama me abasobo ni bia enye hwehwe mu enya afie we da binya afie we krasem but eye enfato ho kire owura Kwatin dia se ne be ya because ebi kasa dodo oninti ase oninchiremu enso na oka ho asem enti bibi sa na ya etie yo yeda masepa enti ne nyina mu no nkomodie na mo ho se civil service for ba be ye dwumadie bi afenso wo ho civil service for enwuma enti wanya ohonti ase ewom enti mpacho ye de nkomo na eba wiye no bibi wo ho aka obema ye ho afa civil service ho
okay ade ba ko a me be head of civil service me hia me pa and I'm saying here me nyina aye attitude okwan ye fast ye enwuma na okwan fast is say me can say o head civil servant won CV majority party on leadership na o bribia o MA o we o yi akokos one ko ni nyina enti the issue no nye say onim de aseso ye but I thought bia okwan ye be fast wa ya de no sabi what the idea no ba no I'm not also we say koha but ana metumi afa pepe e de abro se wa ama wa hwem aye ne ntem he says ye better so say koha nti niema bisa change systems na feyin attitude nti I don't know major idea adaye no so afia de enu say e be boa ma yan kasa yen suban sesa na is civil service and deliverance ministry anya ho ne yakwa bompa na yakwa canton nti e kwa horo ye de atoto ho say boa service delivery charters ya ana performance agreements ya introduce nti we ya dia nya bo abasa ana niema horo sa se ne be yen suban ne abrabo be sesa ne nya se
asamba ko ayen komodie yi moyi de wo kan ye nyina hia na de atome koma so pa ma penso se matie fi head of civil service Ghana no e na waka no eye yen suban se mobo abaso nso a aya montia nso se mobo abaso se motia ma montia no kokoa mu se de mobo abaso a mobo no pete mu obi ehu no motia nso a montia no pete mu na se motia no pete mu na nipa no fere a na nanim gu ase a obi de be ye desuade because attitude na aka ho asem no de e prayen se krachi anase raba owo ni nyina bi e wo de atwato PhD no se na atwato enso na wonye de sese ye me da say nyamensha me da say papa ebusi amene nana kwasi ejekum jamna oye head of civil service Ghana ena edi enkomo sisan suban na head enso adwuma a woye no enkoso na obia de enye yie na Ghana so nye yie pacho me da say ebusi amene na de enkomo na wie ne mo mesro twen me ene me no won komodi a efa krache no a wodi mfidie tretromafo apomo e frɛ no sɛ gem no bie na nipa bi akɔbɔ ne tie wɔ Tantra Hill no asɛm no wankasa ne ho nipa komodi akɔso ho komodi nso bɛkɔso wɔ ha me sɛ ɔtwɛn me ba Kofi Nyako Amwako Junior. Ene odin. Ene wawoda. O papa ochiame. Kwadwa Mwakonda kwa semen kancho say. Onyankopon onto enigye ene enhyira engo so onkwa na nyina. Na wona ne wagya no nua no wo do pa. Me so me do papa cry away. Umame na nya we dia minim but papa dey away. So happy birthday to you Kofi. Happy birthday to you. Me pai bo ne say Erade Nyankopon we ne de ode wodom wa wofo ba wiase no. Ono momo na ne enti a obeka omonsasa awofo no. Omunya so emfaso papa. Enti happy birthday to you Kofi. Abusiafo afei me nkomo na me bo wo ho amane no. Duru so anesa na eye video esesa wo hwe na watumi ate akire nkomo twetwe na senti. Enyumakuo ese wo mofo aso enti yenya ne saa enyumakuo yi bi ene Sunny Gold Brown Sugar say wo mo aye na sahye mu Sunny Gold Brown Sugar say men kan cho say kanede no ana okodwa so wo konkomu a woto no eye wo mo ana eye na wo nso eye sahye no wo mo ana aye fi say keep Ghana clean no wo mo fa na sem hia say nkonkonkonko ne ntontrowa ne ntoa ne nyina wo mo ye afri ho ene wo mo aye na sahye no nso enye sahye bi keke wo mo sili ano no nti frama nkom ekwan nam na tati akra nya kwan ewrem asamode ba konso no sese de wo sahye nim no edoso kra chen Canadian no na ewo konkonim no enti ukodwa so na ho Sunny Gold Brown Sugar ewo sahye mu a ayatobi na apomoden enso ewom enti fra 14044636322 ana 0577684103 na wonsa entime kabe Franco se wada so atete ne niema ne so Franco asem de me ka kire wo de a na ne number na me de ma on entije na onsa entime kabe 0246422338 ana say 0555939311 niema o matete so obia botom no fo ani kire ho na kope Franco niema ne bi to fi still no a eye papa HD plus say pebito 4K no so ho na afa ewu hwe TV a na ani ada hokro gen enti pebito officer Knet nhye ni nyina wo so a ebema wo TV hwe no akoyi wo bra benya channel bia so bi enti no so eho asem eno no enkoko a yen akasa yen no memu a wo wie ma wapomoden no how bia ni ho de eno ani Jory Farm Butchery se men kan cho se pebito na adodo bia wo pebia so wo mo akasa e de bebro Ghana nkasa nkoko enye no ho ade no bi na yakra no a ye de niema niema bia hyehyɛ ho no ne kwan kura wa obeba beduru ha na afekura twam ho da bi eno mwa eti 0208121199 na wonsa enkabi adanse travel for say womanya mfrisia wotwe ene Dubai ne Kenya kɔ na ayefuyi 8000 Ghana cedis efia mankwata makro ene Jerry Justice na ekuri ekwame UG ka ho abusia waya adwuma bre kwaje wani na nipa kura ye den ene wo monko na kwaje wani wate na adanse travel fonfa nkofo Emirates a wate ho asem an na no obi kɔ ba Trump kwa onsokobi nafu wani ko ho ne di ho adanse wate enti eya adanse travel for ene de ko Dubai ene Kenya days na omode ko no senenso say eye 8th 10th 11th 12th and 13th ne 16th August na fa ho hyem na wonso etumi ekobi amas farm onso ye nkoko tonkoko ufie ho wadwumam ho ba bia wo bia wo mo e de bebro nkoko papa wonam abefo kwanso aya o wi a na ema wapomuden fra 1504133 oyarefa ena wo mo ewo enti hyehyɛ mo akiri kwan ebusia payakse no na honto na emumu no enkomo no na meka ho asem kyo no yenhwe video nimra.
I got up and grabbed my cane and toasted. I just saw somebody at the window, peeping inside the window. At that time, what I was thinking is like, since there are boys in there, maybe somebody was just trying to, being a bad boy to see what is going on in the room, So I said, won't you go and check? He didn't answer me. He said, I think that is just a cat because there is some cat here who has been moved. And so I saw a human being. So I took my cane and I was going. He said, please. And he said, where are you going? Go back. And I went to I was standing there at by the bed. And I saw him grabbing the kitchen knife. We put everything down, grab a kitchen knife. And so I went on the bed because for me, for my mind, as I said, it's just somebody trying to, and the timing too. It never crossed my mind that an armed robber can be around at that time because it was around 12:31 thereabout. So I heard, the next thing I heard is a key crack. Then at the same time, who is that in Chi? I heard that noise. Then it's like somebody he opened the door. Then somebody at the same time tried to push, and then he pushed back. Then at the same time I heard the gunshot. Then he's screaming, they shot me. He said, hey, they shot me, they shot me. Then as he's talking like that with his hand on his chest, they pushed him in with the gun on him. So as I also heard, I also ran through, coming towards him. As I heard his thing, and they came and meet me with the gun, one on me and one on him, and another person. They pushed me back on the bed. While he was sitting, they had the gun on him with the other hand sitting on the bed. So they say, where are the phone? Where are the phone? And I gave them my phone. They say, where is the second one? I had to look for it in the bed because Little put his own on the bed with the bed sheet has gone on it. So I had to look for it and give it to them. Where is the money? We were not having any money in the house. It's just some money little left on the TV table. That one, I think they have seen it and taken it before. It's like some 100 Ghana with some coins there. So I quickly, since I was scared, quickly I said, please come and check. So I was just throwing everything out of the wardrobe for them to be sure that there's nothing, threw everything out. Then they were convinced that there's no money, so they left him there and walk out. Then I grabbed this bed sheet and tried to press on the wood for him not to bleed. I was lost. I didn't know. I was screaming for help. Then I don't also want to leave the bed sheet and go and be banging on the door. But at the time I have to just leave it and go and bang at the door. Then they walk back inside with the gun on my head. Will you shut up? Will you shut up? Because maybe they are feeling like I'm going to alert the other people, and they remove the key out of the door. But that time I was even hearing them in the other rooms. In the other room talking, I mean, the same way they were doing, I was hearing them even walking. I heard even they brought somebody to open his car. There was a small car to open. Whose car is it? They were asking somebody whose car is this. So when I heard that one, I went back to the hall to try to lock the door. And I saw that there is that metal thing that locked the door. So I lock it out there. So at that time, I heard somebody coming to shake the door, but they couldn't open it at that time, so I didn't hear anybody again. Then I was there, still hearing them moving around, doing things, talking, calling even each other. I heard this name, Awuro. Then at the time I was still pressing the thing on him, but since they are there, I don't know, I didn't know, I can't open the door to, don't know. So I was with him, and then at the time, that was like about 15 minutes past, get to 20 minutes, he's suffering. Then I saw that the blood was leaking through his back on the floor. And I noticed it wasn't small. I got panic. And I started screaming again, screaming. Then I said like about 30 minutes, then he just got up like, stand up flat once. Then the blood just flew like, when they take water hole, the blood just came out. I got so scared, and then he started hitting everything he drew in his blood. The blood was At that time, I got so scared. I ran back to the hall and was knocking at the door, knocking. I wasn't hearing. Nobody was coming. The neighbors were not coming. So I thought that for me, they are also scared. They are in the room hearing me. I was so desperate, and I was saying, oh, and I can't help. I can't do anything. Yes, I was, at least let me take him to the hospital.
Piano power, be the high, no be a good juma. Until Thursday midnight, around, I started from 1 to 2. And I'm a 10 noise, but matter because now noise no down. Into no lower sooner be noisy be I also be a witchy. Into later on, and me say be kind of me opposite, they be any time AC. But all this one they say, I'm not be fear. Mushu to guide you, no. Na you need say I'm robbery. Into most of the 1 or 2 guys be PA ever share what was really actually happening. It's almost see and I'm obviously shy. It's almost sure, I'm not going to say like they match them into their rooms. I don't move phones, laptop, every TV come say no. Into some of them cry once you create that one guy with them come fire. Most of them say, I said in public come fire, so count. After I'm moving the 30 Ghana no. Into I don't know, I'm no. Back on so be prano. And they just left. Ghana be shooting and Casano, or no, young funny she. And a woman or them with some of the Sankano. It was purposely say, almost shooting the year. And after taking all the phones and stuff like that, they just left. But woman or them no money any shade. But sometimes or a gym instructor. And I also know Jumano, sometimes or qua or bantem. Sometimes I know any woman been a woho. Me to me, I was to say be a MC the girlfriend. Sometimes or baha. But no man on time has a woman once in a while baha. But I do baby now, I say in the habari continuous. So because of the bar, so oba of a packing car. You see, Obiani say oba guy no. Omofa or mammy is last one only bema. To man so say, so a pana momusika, Marco Tomacolano. Inti a honor ma woman, a part say they shouldn't kill it like money kuni chrono. Inti bibia or Monfa, the phone on my farm Monfa. Inti Napa Panic 30 Ghana City. No, not the mom. So, said a woman here, no, they just left. Into a honor, no more so before started no more so say one guy I'm Robert in back region about thing. I would teach him, I would do. The one I'm so far, Panona, Aja. They all left. Cry, a book down the channel, or somebody are down for. Once I quite remember your agent in the castle of a 2 woman and of Fred Guy PSO, woman or you'll be here or Shakawa. Into Janichi or so, not Africa, I'm saying Chabiana. They see. Into the agent, your friend can know better about because they anything. Because himself, I want to several times, including his own friends. Because people were saying outside, so like in Kremu, so when I walk like we are, she a bar and stuff like that. So,
okay, enti Adom Central 4 and one more 2 asemi hwana mowa washe na wasanso ato wani so na bra omo ko yema san komodie we so no na Joshua Tigo wano eye Adom FM programs manager ono so ko bi ntimene ne di ehon komo kakra apart from the watie no na fe ye hu asem na nkasa ne poma sibre ora Tigo pacha mache
yenu ya
medafo pa medasuso aje meswa na ye otietie enkomo nimu no na wo hwe efie no kakra na amutwa ba ye no a ebra mokọ ha kodi nkomo na mo wura fie nim no efie ti sei no ewo gate bi anade bi gusoro se bi a ahobambo nse muhu bibisa
mamenye correction kakra on se ye ko sa interview we na ni mamienu na esi ni so on se obi ewu a manasi medasi se ya ehun sam bebre na rumors ni na sifo ni nam ho enti na the criminal aspect ye police for juma no so ye different ye de ba ya na man for say maame na no what them ho no obi anim no besi na no maame no eyo obi a na oyo obi yere mienu ne say amanfo nso aka say boy no o ma kan say bebre afa boy no enti na sa ne ma na esi eni enti ehwehwe maame na na ekohu maame no
okay
enti danko ye interview no oni fie ho ye ko share baabi ne ye because maame no efi awewum eni ni ma o mo twa ne ho hye o ma miensa o mo nyina nso enim se ono no ye mame ana owo dem ho asem ne see enti na e was say protecting enti anya interview no on fie ho
okay ma tinkremo ne ase de ma me bisa asem no me sha asem bisa na se firi ho no enkomo na ye hwe wo video nim no ye hu se eye fie bi enti ne pese ye hu se eye sa fie ho na ewudie no e course ana enti onkremo no yate ase se ye focus no wo na oyo obiyire enti wotie interview ba kokora ye nua ba mai ne krache ba ko ne ye na o kire se na danfo ene obi kura bone kokko agent abone kokko se oyo obiyire na ye oba ha nti e ho ne focus na ye de mode ko di sankomo mebo a
exactly
Matias enti mame pacho metio
ne wo hu ni se on se nipa wu echi de nsem bebree na ye part of the world bia ye fi no Ghana hani Africa had so bi wu a yes dey I was here pe bibi di share ade no
no correct
and na ma me na no se dem ho krampo no no bia nsu se ne me kan no bia nim no enti na was say ye nsam trop we die na ye adwuma ne se ade ne se na se nsam fore ho a ye pe hu kumasi brenya sa ne ka no
no ano no
enti ye ko hwehwe ma me no na nyine ye hu ma me no nso no na na fom na enti ma me ka bi kakra e ko duru ho na ye hu ma me no ye first ye ma ne kan ne nsam kire yen o ka sam ni wie o ma ye briefing kitwa bi wie ye no so na me nyonko mata Kristen na o mi ten no o de ne start to so pese o krokro na ma na ne buton ye mutimu so ma this is a woman na still ano psychologically no traumatized enti na e was say defe na somewhere na no wo ma ye sa briefing no ye generally ye nsam trofo ye dwuma no emra ne ma ye ho kwan say wo be record obi a nipa ne nyinto mu so wo be record enti ya record no samre no na tema o wie ya ye kan say okay ye pese ya ne wo ye interview kitu abi na ye di eti wo de ho say amanfo say wa ware so wa ware aka kire wo ware ye so anu aka kire o no ka say de bi on pese obe
okay
enti ende ni kasa ya na later ojito mu se obeye enti no ye di sansem no e bisa no first of all no se na wutie o radio no mu a o cheche ne manum de ye ya nsem ne baaye but as to whether wa worry and as you worry no wa catch na video no so na wo ho si for divorcee oni ni kunu aja worry be 8 years ni grandpa sana
obe hu krachi
odi hu little ni krachi ya waka baby enti inchire mu a odi baaye no na the other thing so na person ye hu ni say yenya police for the bet in some trouble yedwuma ni say ye be bisa questions na person ye hu say little demo ho na nkrofo ne baaye no omo baaye no ombe kun little no omo wie no omo pe ombe bi fire na say omo san ye bibi fufuro ofi ho no eno so chire mu say omo wie ye no omo shoot little no omo kwaman for them guy back no so kan mo kwaman for them na guy back kra de ni ba omo koso ni na ni baby e so ni na e da ni ti like they turned him upside down e ka chire ni say so wa mom was come be drop ya kola na ma na wu yes ano boy ne ka say se mum be kumi ba de anya me ni mo be wu ti oni omo epim so bia ansa na omo nya ska kitu bi no mu fi ho no nti na questions are ye be bisa ne say okay say omo ye armed robbers omo ye dangerous omo pe obi akun na aden na sa guy no omo anye ne hwe nti eno de eye hwe mu ayesi police boy amanfo nso abubọ nkrofo fufuro bi din say anye bia onu mu ni anase nkrofo di bebre bai say san nipa no ena ye oba na o shed dem ho interview ya yakoye no ama ye hu say enye nipa ebia public ne esusu say onu na wo dem ho eni mami we enti na clarification say person e di
ya tiasie okay Joe to go mpacho medase why are there say assembly to say wankasa so udi echire bi na fe wakako hu de etiom ebra na tigo ekọ ye ne maami kodi nkomo na nya ono kwa nokoye oni Martha Crento akwa ye news editor ewo Adom TV na ekokodi sa enkomo nti Martha so wo menchen wa hanum say ya meneno edi nkomo akwa ba Martha
ye nua
na we de net saying when you call bar so corn and pena ho so call nikunu ho na adwene ne say me kodido me kokrokro me ho na all of a sudden etua bam wani tua otie ohwe video na ni tua de course nyina moko pie ne so na ne tebia ne te say
sese ni ameda se ni atigo e kan first one ne die o kan ye see ye na e dempa nti ye no ye record ye mpo anka obehu se ma so ni musa opopo ase ade esi a wo ka se ekwa wi ejinejina ne so
atase aka no
kan odu bebi a wo se ni ana oye no ohia se obi be man assurance bi se ye tawechi ye boa wa ma waka ena ne ye wanwa ne se onkasa onka ondidi onye hwe
efibra asem ne siye no
nti ne oya ne what was na oka asem no nia ema ni open american say me ya mase ye bejeji obi o se wo call boyfriend ho se wan call boyfriend ko nipa na wewu sa ena ehia se ye be hu ne course wo ho enti ne ye ba be bisa we enti o start say o kan o kan bibi o kai bibia esi ye pa otumi de nani buka say between 45 minutes na call for no spend day wo efie honum there be edem o dey say between 10 minutes
okay
any 15 bo mo call ena mo call other tenants ho nso ko ye omonia tigo keka ni bi na time ade na ekoso na no mpese obehwe omo anim because so show omo anim a chese wehu no na wehu no nso ene ye se wo nso okun na omo amma se o mbeku no nti chese dede na oye na wotie video no say odiye dede san omo call ye san mo chi ba ebe woni ne se onja dede na oye no mo mpesa na onu nso ote ne dofo ho na ne dofo ne ewu na o try so the bed sheet ne be so kimoja ne san na afi oye dede sa at least obi mwa no no mfa ne nko hospital na yesi onye dede nti ne trauma na o komu no enya asem ketwa na me amene ne kokasa me wie ye kra me kofie no na ase bibi esi ye ne me wo hobi ko se ne o ka asem no it makes you part of it pa
enti baby a owo sesia no oyo obi a owo komodifo bi at least de okofa mu no se de mukoya mu ne ni din komo no relieve no kakra baby owo no amokoto no owo komodifo bi sa at least oje ma obenya obi abobo na beti kakra ko sise de efa na ni soda no no obetete ne ho afim kakra
enti ne ye ne se me catch ne se so onyu obi ane ne nkasa obetumi afre me
okay
anytime
okay
enti that day ne cry kasa be say 3 times enumre cry me kodu fi na first one me frɛ na anye me de se ne ano ka me san se wado se da bi osu ano se ena me se da bi mo nye sa tie kasa ya late in the evening me san friend bi na me san se ye benya psychologist amano na on the professional me de metumi aye wonua ba woni me bebo ho nkomo ba emmo a metumi de ama wo eye kakra bi nti psychologist no say menye bi ama na fine
okay
nti ye arrange bi e ma ne nso pene ye say obeboa no ba enra anajo late pa no send me message say ni nua bi nso a na oni ni training wo gym no e the psychologist e brain no ne be ni fie say omra no ni mbebo
ono oba ni nua na se prache na wa film no
oba no na namfofo ase won se ase kuo gym and exercise won you obi I encourage you nti omo aye ne se kuo nti ekuofo ni bi
ape bi ama no
ape psychologist abefi nti one ne be sha ase na along the lines wo pese one ne ede ma no nso ka ho a na one ne edi nkomo aka ho na enu anso asem o kan ma ne ye me do se oda sepa se ye interview no ena me si aden na wo pese wo be ye no ena o se akọ clear abrantie ni din se enyo obi yire na one ne eda so that it clears the perception na any nyama nkrofo e ka wo ko area ho kra na won say sometimes obi to me kan wasem ma evidence about wa wasem a wonim into wo ko area ho mo say e married woman as to whether omo ehu ne kunu da I don't know ebi kra to me kire say oba ota park wo container bi echi na de e den na odi ko fi ho mama nso ne ye di nkomo no si de bi oba odi ne ka ni ko fi ho to the point say otumi ka tenant bi a most of the time no o park wo tenant na echi no no pie ntem inti eya esese o movie answer inti that very day asem si ye ne kra tenant ne ba ya no si we ne maba ntem ti mami movie answer wa park no se there bi on pie bi omti onja ne car ne ma ne nsi ho na enti nyame ne bi wo ho a obetumi ka ma ne ye no kre no ba wo ne nipa na efa ne ho ankasa
na be hu no kre na ankasa no ya ti ase enti sesi a no botaye ma If I say Adom TV, Adom FM, penny 4 to say Martha, ene tigu, edi chin and say, cratch and wow, no, we free mono. Na, ni wechi ne dia be bata ne ho se nkrofo yire na ofa. But ma me na kasa kire mu se onye obi yire. Onye obi yire. Enti eno ye ba ko edikan. E na mienu enso be boa ma saafo no ne efie ko ne de koba ye ne ewum bia no eno so apie. Ya te asem na se. Enti se no Krache na nkasa nso muhu ne hu nipa bia obedi ne hu adanse se bia se ya na se
yenye hu ne hu nipa ba me ne ma me ne ye ne di nkomo no mbisa se Krache no nipa su ben because wo ka che ne se wo hu shadow no se yenye hwe be jamu ana se boys ne wo fie no mpese o mu hwe ne dan mu hwe ne ekoso wo kwa na ne ye de no no be pie akohwe se he na no fa
si shadow a
ono de ofa asikan so o ka kire wo se di wadwin fi so enye hwe nso ono fa asikan nipa ben no si o onye nipa basabasa o ye gentle o ye cool chese obi aye na adamfo enti wo hu na obeka se na kwa we ade na otesa nipa obi ape na sem kind of person na we hu se ntokwan kitinkiti de omo ye edwuma de ntokwan kitinkiti na ebeba ho no mba enye se we hu se oye bibi ebe ma obi be pese obeba be ku no enti enu mom de menya ne hu nipa ba ma me ne oka che ho no du o no relax say me say what kind of person is Little? Or see, oh, he's a gentleman. He's young but matured.
Okay.
And in the gym in time, no Little ne to me who ye say ni divorce no come no until interview no say or cut through divorce 4 years ago. And no na man started say or call gym ned or the yina dwe fi nyama biso. Inti even the process started 8 years ago no. 4 years no finalize ye. Inti all cut through side no gym hono e Little ne to me who ye say mami you ko bibim. Inti obafa na adamfo na echi and say be ye obi ne boyfriend asem.
Enya nwanwa etumi sisi because obia wo baby a obeshi obi a otena samankasa ne hawo a okom nemum botae ne se asem no esiye no ene de bata ho ene edin a sesi nipa na wabeye efunu no bata ne ho a wagya to ho no eno na afa de ehia kese so no se onipa asade no siye no de onamu sisi a no ne nkomodie etumi aboa ma bibi eso ate efri ne so nemum wantumi ankyere mo se nipa na ebowura ho no na omori ya prapre no at least ba ko de ohunu babia na ohunfoni bi obetimi akere se krachi de me kai said no no kasafo no ho
ebia obehu mpo a ensese oka
well
cause oka wan hwa na eni akọ ne ho no mehwehwe onu na ekire akwan enti oni police nkomode ebia na we hu ana se ye de oka se we hu bonim so omye mema miensa osanso nim se omo wo na omo bo edin bi aworo enti aworo no se obi din yo se ye din omo na omo dey from ho se ne ebe ya obia enhu obi din ya fine but o say wan show obi ani
yati ase enti ebusia ya catch yourself fisem komo chuchi so no Krache Little our ye German instructor ewo Tantra Hill anipa bia kobo ne tio no ye bedi honkomo said dem penifo ti so kodi akire ama emu nkomo chuchi no wo hwe bi wo video nim na ya sanso di emu nkomo no mejidi se afi wate wo ho ase ewo niema ba komienu bi ho enti se sia Krache no a omkobo ne tio no o mochire
ogusu a wo mochire police for ye omunhwehwe mu enti se edu say bia on be release fun na ma ebusuafo no mo aye ne on be ya fine but see are still omo
okay apart from so ka say Little ye young but matured no otimi ma mo ho say bia ni chinie aye bia aba ne say no ebusuan so ho asem eba ne say aye nkyere matiase okay me that say enti ye de yenkomo na si na ne aka bia mu no so adom kase wo ho edie de yan de be pie film bia so no so ye de be kase am ahwefo etumi ate bi enti de wadwen kirewo de ode wa no to mu kan bi no empanifo bi te say Martha Crentel akwa oye news editor ene Tigo Joshua ono so ya Adom FM programs manager won mo ankasa ti so ema nkiremu a wo ho no wate ho ase enti obi asemba na aka bia no wasusu aka fi se na oni hobi mata mpacho medase ebusua wonso medase sa no pe ne metadaje na wodi bi ahwe Adom TV efisem enkomo chichi Badwam dwumedi orati go Joshua mpacho wonso medase Facebook fo nyina medamasemo hye na enkomo no kure wom no obi anya ne chefa afei me de asi aman hene kwabena santani abedwafo tenase na odi pensem mu asomo medinde ma mechira Diamond memwache edase.
Well, the Koso Adamase, someone Jibra Mugusu Badwam on Adom TV, Multi TV, so Brasso said in President Jumedino, Yadi Ebro, Fisa, Pemse, non Kono, Airborne, Yina, the Bribia, the Macase, Twagene, Waha, said the Ghana, ABC Fakon in St. Andrews College for Domas or Quantum Kusukra, make house, and they say, what transfer say, went and Timmy and Nimu and repay or St. Andrews College for Edisa, Aquania, number 2 months, so with Matro, Nov Deck, na BBA Timako Kama Ediama. One campus is maybe one mankasim, as in for soon as if we are signing so, and one aside College of Healthcare about 2-year certificate, nursing, Jumedinum in Team Israel 0544-830-179 and 0244696911. Now, what team one Akasa CD capsules in the ointment, so Jumedation Kukrana Edema CD capsules. Your immune system very supportive. Ability say mu and I feel soon ointment to this sasa one post might be able to come idea about 020-9682-836 or 050-5767-425. Now what team one heading it out. Lashibi Shalom Sport about 19 Junction ana with team one di Juma. Kel Chaco toothpaste your fibra. Near car body training bidie bom no na yede twitwi yes no ene de ya na bear for kwanso nche friend Kel Chaco toothpaste to call Joshua. It's not just about any toothpaste, it's about Kel Chaco toothpaste na de bidie juma kwanso nkoso kra bi o mamen Kel say it's another quality product from a Samara Company Limited. Mr. Preku, good morning. I'm sure say pa inti uko baby a uko here so the toothpaste bidie juma it should be Kel. Yakope home taming ginseng and also Emma Hodin Sunkona Aquatia dear Quanqua a high nipedria no. Fresh 020-0342-988 and 020-610-6799. Nane home taming ginseng for a dinkitan 1 Ewo Suyane 6 Stars Pharmacy 1 Suyane Municipal Assembly and a share any munti. One other Monday to Friday, Pessimediano. Eddie bro, I'm kita hodi etimi eko kama Eddie bro. Central region, because the president, Central region, the submarine man, Central region, one of the finest gentlemen, Central region, a potential presidential candidate, Central region, one of our more finest product, Central region, the accessible man, Central region, the man of the people, Central region, the traditional person, Central region, the humble person. In the person of Kojo Ricketts, Akwaba. Koku Ricketts, Akwaba.
Yeah.
Former Deputy Minister.
Yes, sir.
Finance.
Yep.
Bibia Sheyi.
Bibia.
Good. Good to see you.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. Good to see you too. You're looking good. And doing a good job. So.
Good. Chairman Kokofu? Bibia, come on.
Adumo.
So in Papa Wepa. Central region is in the form.
Papa.
Yeah. More how. Some can say more approach now. More how. One of the pillars are. So me share that election time. Me share that kojibre. Share candidates in now. Be a strong point now. Ukoma. The cool money said your senior mo.
Interaction.
Too much. Obi evu ti said here. Or so ordinary a being. No say being more. Nyami pejo mono. They forget that. They were once that normal person, and I don't know how he's doing it.
See, politics,
he's done it so well.
People's business.
Yeah.
So if you can't relate with the people, you have no business in politics.
Yeah. He's done it so well.
Around is a NDC for primaries now, a serious contender.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know.
But that's why I said, or a potential presidential candidate.
See, I don't know. Say, Abia, no home command now within opposite.
Oh, Debbie, but I'm saying, say, baby, bye.
Yeah.
But
it's a gentleman. We are in
but he's
parliament
not.
together.
He will not be wrong, and I say it will not be out of place. Say, Okasibia or Tim Pobisa. But for now, it's for him to decide. He's a fantastic gentleman. More Juma was one of the honor of the more Juma.
Oh, and you're doing peace. And you're made.
But I'm to tune us here.
I've never done it.
Kokofu. Actually, anytime I see Kokofu, normally a Saba meeting is about tradition, culture. It's about the environment and science, and finally, it's about the law. So what I say, or an embodiment of a lot of things. But these are the three key areas I believe that are interesting in the video. Once I talk about tradition and culture, I'm sure he will be able to respond to some of the news and up on this LGBTQ, WTYWZ, IHO, and system. Before we get to proper conversation, they had Adom Kumano, in this case, the NDC, almost he put a lot of issues ago this current administration. So, and almost for that prescribable, and your man nine almost uses as this administration a year, a bit to me, Abua. Amongst them, any back will be almost moving to IMF, running away from IMF for political reasons. They will throw more light on that for us. And then the state of the economy, why we have arrived at this point. A kabubrona aguya suni who the idea and I say who the idea so the answer any and I said we'll have that conversation. And then these issues about here in the free party Mukrano, that I really want us to just and then come to the recommendations of the IJRA committee, the Omaka, SAC MC, sanction soldier who led operation on the ground. And a lot of issues are up on this matter. So it's just this all that we needed, and why have lives been lost? And this is the recommendation, plus other matters are up for a report. And the crack, said, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, too much awaited for, we've been waiting too much for this one. The MMDCs and chief directors, chief executives and the director generals, in fact, the intel that we are getting, all things being equal, any moment from now, the list is dropping, even though some of us continuously we've expressed our disappointment in this administration, in particular reference to these names and as a list at these 7 months still we are counting down. Chairman, is not part quickly on this LGBT and the big 8. They say the media say the big 8. There are conversation around it, and then at a point in time, this current president, Nana Dankwa, said there has not been a need to have a conversation around it, but if the need arises, clearly that conversation will be on, and then about Ghana this year, whether it is a plus or a minus for them. And of course, the noise around that conversation, that statement was, he wants this opposite, or so, say. Now here we are. We have to discuss it and take a position on that matter. Chairman.
My main chairman, brother, former colleague, Parliament. Na kwa so na ahwefo nyina memo machi me ba dwumadi so ache so na me krom pese me krom yeyi I so ma me no wase na nanom hemfo
yeah
actually ye bedi nkom
pacho you
o ma ni yeyi
yeah
yes sa nkomodie wa kan ye emre bi na nipa nte president ase ba da no kura ho no se sa dwumadi na ekosusum ase na nti ekobusa no sabre no mu sabre na oto onde obi amfa sa nkomodie no ma nti ye de ne akoka no so onim sabre bi bedu se sa nkomodie onim ne fapem nyina ne se about 2011 there 2010 there about your late president nyame ne crazy
Professor
Mills o share Oman yedi nkomo fire 1992 constitution ho. Yenyina su say de aye adwuma ache. Na mredu asese nsachiraye bi ni ade bam. Some kind constitutional review. Nti oti committee. The Constitutional Committee, you know, a Ghana for na not only in Comofania, baby, who be here say about the Constitution. They could pay baby, gay, nay, lesbian for rights. Now, Unya report to be read here.
2011.
2011 report.
Okay, all right.
Constitutional Review report. I think page 627 or so.
Okay.
What's your content now? Gay and lesbian rights. Na committee ni wie na adwuma nyina reporter or the buy and say omu call randa umbusa Ghana for to draw na ase omu mpe nsese ye de buy emrem na kakra bi kan say yemfamra yemrem ye constitution mu say omu rights enti ombobo hu wie no omu wie asem kan bia nso a omu ye recommendation no omu wie onim ne omu kiro Omo say a bagay ne lesbian rights ye nyai ma court no ma court to decide.
Ono uja no omo dija ono no.
Sa omo say eba omo ankasa say omo call round no. Ghana for dodo na ase yempe. Na mom recommendation no mu no mo de abehye ho say eba san komodie na ye nyai ma court Supreme Court and decide. Because a matter of human rights. Very dangerous. Now, when him going forward, okay, Mame Oyelita. Ebra, your power, no, I'm saying Professor Mills Aban, so and I said President Mahama Aban, your power, so me Minister for Gender and the Children Affairs. So you know the
gender. Yeah.
Now, call Parliament for vetting. You be saying some crona. Or repeated the war. Constitution Review Commission, you know. Also to her there, or no about say gay ne lesbian asema yenyama course in decide. And indeed, and only they're thinking of many human rights advocates our system. No. Now we are President Akufo-Addo Pao, Honorable Adjo Asafo. So uncle the same ministry. Uncle vetting you besides asem. Or say no. And near mamre near money in Sha, and Tiadi assess so. Go on, baby, I make. And we had an opportunity at that time. Say, ye ne or mine didn't come out through the committee, Nanky, dear she. Wouldn't him say, a one of Insusia, say, NDC party, no, Umuba Bemo, be implemented. Sir, report. No. It was a promise. And to Umuba Bem 2017, ye implemented report now. Then it will mean say a bagay ne lesbian asema enko court. Do you know what it means? A chile say o memu ha ye wo 9 yenu agina so e de ye mra wo man. Parliament betimi agina ne na so ye mra. Na chichiri ye nyina. Court betimi abie na no ye pronouncement. Na ye mra na chichiri ye nyina. And when it comes to court, the highest court on the land a Supreme Court. The maximum panel a 15 eminent judges. Jurists. Judge Bako betimi atnaso di asem. Miensa betimi atnaso di asem. Enum betimi nson nkron du Bako du miensa kopim dunum. Enti se wosi enyae ma court na. Eche se court kwatnase ne empanela. Na de court beka no. Ayemra. Nechesa akwati parliament kwati mini anom pete parliament omkrom ni anu yi. So enti me very happy pa say enuanom a free parliament na umatu sa na mo. Echese parliament asserting itself na speaker so agia to me. Okay wo offer okọ na anu yi. Speaker Professor Michael Quay. Okasi supi say never say a better parliament nim say parliament ensusu sa dwumadie no ho a parliament beji atoma na yemrada. He says so. Na nimonyam Kenya me said ni obedi na ade na anu onu nsu kuta sa agidie no. Enti de edika pa kese say oman no conversation a emre bi na President Akufo-Addo ka ho asem say eba ne ka ese oman no ye ka ye kire ya adwene. Ani aduru hoyi. Bra yɛne a yɛwɔ gyidie wɔ kristosum mu yɛwɔ gyidie wɔ muslimusum mu yɛwɔ gyidie ɛwɔ yɛne ankasa yɛtete yɛamammerɛ dwumadie mu na yɛnim sɛ saa abrabɔ no nya abrabɔ pa a ɛnkyerɛ suban pa no yɛyɛ gyidie no ɛberɛ ɛsɛ yɛka asɛm ni ne yɛgyina pintin wɔn a esusu sɛ wɔn deɛ wɔn na de wɔn ho nea n'adwene kyerɛ no deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ɛne ɔpɛ sɛ ɔde ne ho yɛ no ɔn nso bɛtumi aka wɔn asɛm na mmarahyɛ badwam a ɛhɔ de yɛn nyinaa yɛanam sifoɔ ɔmamu no nyinaa 275 constituencies yɛanya nkonnwa ama obi biara te soɔ na wɔn ne yɛsɛ ba mmarahyɛ mu a wɔn nom yɛ ne yɛhyehyɛ mmara yɛntu mmara ngu yɛnhyɛ mmara wɔn na ɛyɛ nti wɔn a nwɔtwe no a ɛnya kokoduro ahura di anim no menim sɛ dodoɔ no awɔ hɔ a wɔn nso so ɛfoa dwumadi a wɔn di soɔ nanso duru baabi a nyɛ ne nyinaa na ɛsɛ sɛ uyi w'anim pii saa na ebinom ho no fa nti ɛberɛ a parliament yɛ ahoboa na saa nsusuiɛ no ɛba bɛtɔ parliament wonim sɛ mɛtɔ parliament draft no mɛtɔ parliament anim menim sɛ gazette no bi a nnɛ anaa ɔkyerɛ no bi a ɛbɛ mature a ɛfiri sɛ wode kɔ press a ɛdi 14 days or so nti menim berɛ a ɛbɛ mature that animanim yɛ mature na ɛbɛtɔ speaker anim na sɛnea mmarahyɛ badwa nhyehyɛ wɔ mu kurikura saa adwumadie no a sɛ bɛduru pɛmpɛn so a wɔn bɔ ho nkuro no na mmarahyɛ badwa me nua na wɔ ha yi na nso makɔ fie ɔda sesei deɛ ɔno sima nan ɛyɛ honorable Asenso Boakye a ɔyɛ minister for works and housing yɛ bantomafoɔ yɛ wira no ɔno na ogyina mu ma yɛn enim sɛ duru hɔ a ɔbɛba na wabɛgye adwenkyerɛ na afei nkɔmmɔdie bi wɔ hɔ na sɛ ɔkɔkyerɛ yɛ adwene wɔ ho a wakyerɛ ama yɛn.
Okay, so remember Kokofu, but quickly, if free me quickly say Mbusao. Please ask Mr. Kokofu to make sure that of Kenya's Tutuka area, the people over there, over that particular Tutuka area has been affected by cancer and lack of potable water for their daily activity because of the mining activities, which has affected a dam and the entire community is suffering. Please come to our aid.
Okay. I say
I have Kenya as a Tutuka.
Tutuka.
Yeah.
I have Kenya.
Yeah. So
okay.
That's it.
Okay.
So your notice.
And Tempano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick Ricket. A comment on this one now. Conversations.
Ozikan mfa echia sonkoma o wana washa hen.
Good.
Na me brother honorable muhuna chakakra. I think Asama, my brother, okay, on the issue, and I'm on a group of members of parliament, way too on this issue. You know, I think it's in the right direction. I mean, the more you look at this issue, we talk about human rights, but you can't just do what you want because it's your human rights. I mean, we have practices here. When you go to the people who are trying to impose AU on us, they wouldn't admit those traditions and values. So the same way, obviously to impose also whatever their beliefs are on us, but I think that I've heard the issue about leave it to the court and all that. But what the baby court is there to interpret the law. But lawmakers the law no parliament no way umbra. I'm happy that the amount of money we to, and I hope that it becomes, you know, the law as speaker or or happen. I hope that it happens that day. Then we move forward on this issue.
Okay. So, Medase, you are going to help us with these ranking engagements. I'm going to introduce you. We started the conversation yesterday. What you seem to achieve in terms of the daily engagements and a quarterly or weekly engagements. The first meeting has come out, Ghana was challenged because of how this administration to esi kasem. Inti ama certain misapplications about system nim. Ama Ghana for a kadodo bi abeda yeso. Enso yentimi hu adeporting aban wo so yi. Anama odi tu. Ama makoso aka se ya nhwe ne ya nsesa ne oma. Se de oman ne kono ye ko dichi mu. IMF ayonkofa no we can't dodge it. But aban we person dodge it for political reasons. But you do one, sir. So just give us that clearer picture.
Yeah.
Then Kokofu will be able to give us a response to that.
Sure. I think hen oman na kawayaze na bosa ye bono. Or there oye bibia aho hinyina. Usana wan how here na achina ne pempen so no yentum yingina no. Yeah, forum, ranking forum. I think Honorable Atufosun or the figures in Nadina or the Tutoho. The hair corner baby, I say, we could know on your sustainable. Last time we already budgeting, na corner do 291 billion. Says Yara, Yaka say, a corner do, about 332. At this first quarter, I think you hit 306. Obviously, actually, as a percentage of GDP, to them a economist and one of them the men who in Wakana. Actually, says at the end of when the budget was read, as at last year, they were around 76%. Says we are heading towards 80%. Now, in Bibi Bodwa, here called Nutia or Bayazan. Now, for the simple reason, now. At our presentation, ya church mu sencha yitumi hu there ahwa omibu budu ayentum yentua bosa another kawai abono wo church mu there oya nzama otidam na zuhwa wo GDP pa oya the whole economy na on more proper picture na zuhwa wo revenue oya domestic revenue na tax revenue ya gives you a better picture. Na mebo hwani bia no onkoyi na se ebo bosa obi ho na nyimpa ebo ne bosa ho na onya profit because obviously bosa to your interest na zo ho no nyimpa na obo bosa na onya mfaso ho comes out and tell you that bosa ebo no sanhwe ne ya ochina na pa hwe intua ne ka. This is what came from the World Bank, about a month or so ago. Yeka ho asam. So it's quite worrying. Now, let's take politics out of it because this is something that eventually becomes even a national security issue. Now, now America was over 100% of their GDP number. We are not America. America actually one structure. Bosa America for one, Abana America Aban one. About 70% of that percent or America for Lanka or institutional investors, banks, pension, one who create them debt. Only about 30% no outside. In the American government, just by changing Nankasani domestic policy, can even work in their favor. Or they easily will roll out Bosana Wabo when it matures. Instead of paying, they can roll it over again. Because
70%.
The structure is different here. Look, it breaking your debt into two, which is the external and domestic now. Yes, external says we do 141.7 billion. External 141 billion cities. And domestic about 149.8 billion. Okay, actually, but okay. Domestic switch and external. But there's something happening there that we are not looking at. That 141 oil external, which is about 48-49%, purely external. But domestic now, oil, let's say about 51%. About 25% of it is still. But the problem is that them when you hear system, it's when you pay them in cedis now. Those cities, they will use it to mop up dollars and take them away because American investor invest in a local market. If you have to call in cedis, it's not going to carry the cedis away. They will change it for dollars. So even by paying domestic bond, you create even problems on your exchange rate because the demand on your dollar or the demand on the dollar in the system high. That devalues your currency. And that just by that act also increases your foreign debt because you are paying your foreign debt in dollars. Actually, another thing I say, exporter mainly is foreign debt. A chunk you need about 5 or 6 times of it to be able to service the debt. Into what we are saying that look, we put brakes on this so much borrowing. You know, when you account, we are borrowing, smart. Borrowing is smart. Is borrowing to do things. But if borrowing but you are not able to service the debt, as where we are going now, the chunk of money are here to pay to do just our interest payment. It's quite huge. I mean, when you look at the numbers, are you frightening? You know, where interest payment alone, here tax revenue, about 55% of it is what is needed to service just the interest component of our debt. If you look at the total debt service, that's about 72% of our domestic revenue, which means that when you finish servicing your debt, you have nothing else as any development or any infrastructure.
But that's a dangerous situation.
Very dangerous. And yeah, it's not surprising that Abani untum on a lot of infrastructure development because most of the money as a man is going to pay debt. And as I said, debt na we are paying the debt to people who don't reside here, who don't spend the money here.
And they will put pressure on the city to the dollar.
On the city to the dollar. So whichever you look at it, our debt, external debt, in foreign currency, it's a pressure on us because we don't earn enough. You can export on enough to cover it. When you come domestic, but domestic is about 25% of our domestic debt is also not in our hands. You have in the past artisans in Templeton and all those people. Those companies all buy our domestic debt. That one is in cities. But when it matures, whether be it treasury bills or 1-year bond or whichever bond, when it matures, what you can in cities now, they go and mop up the dollars in the system.
Okay, so there are certain recommendations. One, it is that the Akufo-Addo government must be bold to tell Ghanaians, the Ghanaian public, the truth that the economy has been driven into a ditch and will require urgent fiscal measures to pull out from the ditch.
Yeah.
The Akufo-Addo government must seek urgent debt relief from the International Monetary Fund through the newly proposed debt relief initiative, known as the Common Framework for Debt Treatment Beyond the Debt Service Suspension Initiative, which can be likened to HIPIC initiative. Why, are we getting closer or we are there?
Well, we are there. I mean, getting closer. If you look at the graphs that you show with that presentation, when we went to the HIPIC, the numbers we had then, they are almost the same or worse now. So, whichever way, we are at the tip of the cliff. Somebody just need to push us, and we are gone.
So that's why you throw in the question that
but let me
failure by the Akufo-Addo government to do as recommended within the next 18 months will expose Ghana to high risk of default on its debt service obligations, which will plunge the country into much deeper economic crisis. Now, picture very gloomy.
Yeah, let's look at the first issue. The first issue, I say, first of all, abandon or admit where we are. Because if you have a problem, you don't admit that this is my problem, then you can't prescribe even a solution to deal with it. Now, then we brush it on the COVID. Everything is COVID now. But when you look at...
You cannot rule out COVID as part
You
of the
can't rule out
reasons.
COVID. But if you want to see the picture clearly, look at pre-COVID and post-COVID and segregate the two. Actually, pre-COVID, before COVID and Baban, economy was already in dire strait. Economy was suffering at the time. Actually, he had debt at the time, pre-COVID. We were already there. Now, actually, post-COVID, you can look at and see the difference that we were already on that direction. It's like, if I should draw it's like, let's take the same COVID and the medical aid. If you look at this COVID, one of COVID severe or affect one or is severe, no. Doctors share and there, those people may have underlying illness. The same with the economy. One in COVID or affect one severely, economic wise, where you grow already now, and they have some economic
challenges,
underlying challenges.
Yeah, then also because of the underlying challenges we had already.
COVID just comes and takes the oxygen out of you.
Okay, so Kokumesa about but Chamagovu, very worrying because deadlines and timelines are in the submission of the NDC to the MPP administration. In fact, in their concluding remarks, it is now beyond debate based on the data presented that the Akufo-Addo government has completely mismanaged the Ghanaian economy and lost control of the key economic indices. Political considerations are preventing the Akufo-Addo government from taking vital remedial measures to avert total collapse of the Ghanaian economy in just over a year. The people of Ghana need to ask questions and elicit candid disclosures and actions from the Akufo-Addo government to prevent imminent disaster. And finally, we urge the government to demonstrate seriousness in resolving these major problems by announcing convincing measures in the mid-year budget review. What it tells me ordinarily is that you have failed. You've fallen short of upholding the tenets of the economy that will make Ghanaians and our welfare to be well.
You see, he was quick. MP was quick and very smart. So, American Podeka. Na America cannot.
But we cannot.
Never. Now, Edru said, acquire compare. Say, Hiyama says, compare the America and Germany compare Ghana. Never see two where you there.
A certain interest.
A interest there, over compare favorably. By NC2, their own person over compare. Then no crowd woman said, if we are seeing a man in the cat, we are seeing a man in economy.
But that's what they don't want you to hide under.
COVID. Nobody is hiding under. But the reality is there. It's on the ground. Here, Kwamra Fred, Jadifua, Omu ko Ejamaso, Eko Dibia, Eko Tony Amagu containers, Simuna Eshipoba. Prices of container freight are Jadifua Nankasa, increasing 4 times fold. For the first time in the history of Ejadi, any shipment, container to me short. Oh, China will be a one near Manua, Wakran near Ma, Yadeba Ghana, Amano. Now, next line, and now container agent in a shipano, or see container short. Bissawong. It's all world over. And which running near my brain, when you know, I done Daniel. When him say, Ghana, ya the cat said the AK. When him say Ghana, war a Japadie, I have friend state-owned institutions, enterprises. SOEs. A value 110 billion. Ghana Japadie. State-owned enterprises. And what they cut that much? But we Japadia, Ekuta Woni, no, juma daily, na a day ball hombra. Yatu a canny slaying, and a juma was here. And a DB tongues, you near DB a baba. And a DB juma who do economic activity. A general so sustainable, it comes with cost. Now, I use you buy a bien na chuchu na emma na beba na yefi na ya no dem ene ni nyina ye adwuma Nina comes with costs. You say your ma or my ma with costs. Ya kwan mi sumi de na osunu de no pani sunu de no fufuru sunu de na ban gusu na kri ne ye de betinya ye de ntimi nye de etu ebi okra wa ye awie no afikra maaye no na bia nsubrani bi ato na bibi na no so kra san akose no ye gusu a ye ne ma kakra rewe ye ye gusu a ye Kumasi International Airport na nu ho airport yegusu ayeye sa ban be na ye sa ban be na ye sedien oman no ye bobra ye koyanim ene na metie my sister stations ni ba kwase komna atoda bia na me yure fie hu pi tentem as far back ebra oman no be bia na ye wo ka kwan from Kumasi to Nkran, from Nkran to Takoradi Kofa Cape Coast, Kumasi akwan Nkran akwan ni anim said ye city and na me no ye kwa ni nam East Legon ni nam Westland ni ade ye kwa hwe asphalt bibia ni nyina comes with cost na no yakobie interchange kese wa ha me kura na na da se sa kwan no traffic e also kura se na beti pi anade ye hwe asoman no ye nya nuru ho na wo economy wo running by almost 7% projection. Now all of a sudden, you see we are seeing in Arabia ba. Now Penia project are predicted from Abuja say Africa economies are going to collapse completely. Africa for a year one moment mobile to the sense say nipe be wu go street so with this COVID. To say once na street so to say once na. If you say your economy is so weak, and withstanding the pressures of COVID. That was the prediction. And only panic here, but we are saying, Nipa tuntum Africa, you know, be a hope. Anna, Yankupon, on Chad, a DHC, a wheel mobile, a tea suffre. A domian penny for, man penny for, a bois dan man, a babisia, be do some pepensway away. Na binum susu se mponka de ebedie ye de be hye ya no kra na nke yenya betu sabre adura na nke ye benom na nke kra yenya tafo ne afoforo a omu gina konanimu a wo mo boa ye nyina ye dum omu sika sei ye hye won kutupa akatua sei Ghana fo mu nyina enam wesu ntinsuo ka abanse mafa electricity emufa mafa maye bibibia kwana not until see you na beji atum ni ebe ye bold ni ebe can say ye tua the commercial cost of electricity wo man.
But that's what former President John Dramani Mahama said we should start thinking of paying realistic prices. You were in a position. No, but you were in a position. You used it against the former president. Realistic prices. You can't there's a dichotomy. One says, I don't get it. What you granted. So it means that woman in Pefe. The only battle to one, I mean, can. So it also meant that now was
and that not covered the mind. Not covered me. That time, no, not true. We are saying, oh, and the woman in Pefe said. We are not paying commercial prices. And then I catch you say you will state-owned enterprises. Yeah. Provide services. Support to yen. Okay. And you say, and yes, I support to no. I what? And come no electricity. You tiano double, triple. Okay. Anka petrol, neto, anka water, isio. Bibi biara. Nanso. Yeni ani okrokra ye ho kakra no man panic asem bi COVID time o say ye nim sania o man ni sika sem economy no e kofom na ye mra kwan ye be fa so a ye betimi akrakra no na mom ye nim sania ye jeja ye ho ne ahwire akra ba kumpo a okay ye betimi de na ba wi ase and yes in the event of this and now maybe last one the omuka IMF ne monko ha na sanse unu dey free aden. In the event of all that, a man penny for nyina be kangu yewura kufu ado asum. Say Papa President of Ghana, Africa, yeah man penny for a war. Wuna. We are say it's you. Wuna. You sushu anymore, you nusioba. And nunti Papa President Ghana. Motina na ni we are sim penny for needing kutaho. Na yemfa Africa, yakaya dear in Chayen. Na or how near manhuna bay. Affect your economies, you know. Na yintimi saying you na su bio. Nti o man penny ni Africa man penny for cannot drink ho de kwa dwindwene mo so ya de mo kan nyansa wo nyanso kra ma dwene ho. Nti ye kone ne won kodi nkomo ne yan kan kire won. Say unfair trade. E koso na e ka Africa hye na me yintimi nya ye sika se de ye sefata. Ene yare aba beda ho yi ene ade ama ye economy kofo nti yenyan hyehyɛ na ye ka ye de no mu de mo de kye ye no mo hwɛ na mo nye nti that conversation has been engendered already Africa Africa countries involved.
Okay, so
enu ti o ma te say ba be ye o ma te say nkomodie no ebe ko yie enu ti ne o mtumrika no mu fo mu magim. No Mexico way no way. No one that said the Adamuka.
Okay, so Honorable Cricket, unfortunately we have 2 minutes to wrap up.
Yeah.
So let's wrap up first. Yeah.
Am I in? As I Honorable okay, you know, Bibia by COVID no watching Papa.
No watching. So I got the pa. Na so fada oba no ya the pa. Aka obi babundi. Abani the ba no say. Obi a ho tonu obi a
COVID. Everything is COVID.
Yes.
Everything is
COVID. Don't worry.
Na no obuto hene. Nya COVID that you hene.
That one I agree.
They say you free wo hene.
Everything is COVID.
You were free wo hene.
One and problem.
What you order that we ninja.
And you problem. And you problem.
What you order that 2 minutes be out.
You can never have a solution.
MPA.
And you problem.
Since when I go rap parliament, I just had to be your moment. Just all road.
Mama can be simple. COVID
is everywhere.
Affect Obia.
You
now.
And
what you look at, if you look at the deficit across African countries, Ghana here deficit on the COVID was 16%. Compared to your neighbors, now all other African countries,
need sustainable electricity. They don't have sustainable power supply. They don't have road network.
So if COVID is your argument,
they don't have.
If COVID is your argument,
if COVID is your argument, then you are trying to say that those other countries were not affected by COVID.
No, but they don't have.
Okay, on this note,
they don't have state-owned enterprises that value what
the
you
most
have.
important thing is honorable.
They have assets.
Yeah, but you have problems out to find a
solution
to solve
Why
them.
not?
But don't give excuses all the time for our problems.
On behalf of my team,
no watching.
Watching. Honorable Kwaku Ricketts, Honorable Kokofu, thank you so much. I'm here at the chair.
Amen.
COVID no watching.